like black women, but black women are the base of the Democratic Party.
It's going to be hell on earth. These little incel boys are out of control. They got their MAGA hats on. They are ready. Rape culture is back, baby.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
Says that love is blind, still we're often told, seeking you shall find. There's a saying old, says that love is blind, still we're often told, seeking you shall find. There's a saying old, there's a saying old. There's a saying
Oh, poor Joy. Is that really how you feel, Clue? Are you crying because she crying? First she cried, then you cried, then y'all both crowed together. Is that what happened for you, Clue? We are back. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in one more time. You know, I had to take another pass at this. You know, we had to double back, make sure the target has been destroyed. Yeah, Joy Reid is looking really crazy in these streets. I was going to leave her alone today. I had other commentary I wanted to give. There's other events I wanted to talk about, you know, La Resistance and all that. But Joy, oh man. Joy has her own podcast she's been doing for a couple of months now, I guess. And she probably felt that she knew she was going to get axed sooner or later. So she had to start up her little podcast business. But she put out her most recent podcast episode. And yeah, she is reacting to being fired. I have the clip. We're going to play that in a minute. Got a lot of stuff we got to talk about today, man. The crash outs, the anti-immigration, well, not anti-immigration, the anti-deportation resistance movement. Wow. Like, really, wow. Y'all niggas is special people. Special. And it's really not just the anti-deportation. The whole left is the same movement, really. But you're all really, really special people. So we're going to take a look at all these things today. And of course, we're going to take a nice long laugh at Joy Reid. Because she set herself up for it. She did this to herself. I didn't do this to her. She did this all to herself. Again, I had a completely different set of topics and videos I wanted to talk about today, and then we were all given this gift, the tears of joy, and so that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna let the Lord's gift go to waste. You feel me?
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
This is the resistance, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best they can do, apparently. Somebody hacked some of the TVs, you know, the closed circuit television that you get in different buildings. So I think this is like the Department of Energy, or I don't know, one of these government buildings that have been downsized recently by Elon and the Doge crew. So they put together this obviously AI generated image of Trump licking Elon's toes, and they put it on like all of the TVs in this one government building, because that's the resistance. This is how they fight back. This is who they are. Weird people. I don't know why you think this is a win. I mean, if you're going to try to be a troll, you know, you could at least be funny. There's no humor really in this. This is just like, you have a weird fetish and now you want to kink shame us with your weird fetish. This is not how trolling really works. The left, they really haven't truly understood the art of the troll just yet. They haven't quite gotten it yet. And that's a skills issue they're going to have to resolve at some point. But yeah, we're going to take a look at the quote resistance today, alongside of taking a periodic moment to double back and laugh at Joy Reid crying every so often. But the resistance, man, they're out in the street heavy. They're putting in the work. They're raising the flag. They're doing it for the movement, for the culture. And shout out to all them women out there doing it for the culture. You know who you are.
Black women are the highest educated group of women. They're the most enrolled in college per capita. But none of them can tell you what per capita means. They don't quite understand how that works.
Hey, give one to Mike.
So that's it. That's it.
What's going on?
It's my understanding.
What's going on?
Give me the thing. Is it my understanding that you said yes or no? I need a yes or a no answer, not the politically correct.
You guys are familiar with Alex Stein, you know, been stalking AOC, his favorite big booty Latina. And to be fair, AOC really doesn't have all that much booty from what I can tell. Not all Latinas are bootylicious like that. But Alex Stein has discovered black women, apparently.
Answer, not the Republican answer. Is it my understanding that you said black women only have babies to cut a check? It's very
No, that's not what I said.
I don't know what's the
That's not how I said it.
I'm talking.
You just created a new thing.
I'm talking.
First of all, that's not how I said it. Yeah. Oh, come over here. No, I said some black women take advantage of social services. Because if one's done it, then I know that it's happened. I'm saying, yeah, because I know there's women that said that they've had babies because they get more social services. So you tell me no black woman has ever had a baby and I'm saying white women too. I never
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
Let's fucking go, y'all. Do me a favor, hit that like button as you make your way into the room tonight. And if you haven't done so already, go support us over on Rumble. We're going to start doing a lot of Rumble exclusive content. And if you haven't properly subscribed to me on Rumble, like, you have to take that extra step and subscribe to me on Rumble. You can't just go over there and freeload and watch the video. You got to subscribe. And then you'll get a notification. And that notification will let you know that you're about to miss something funny that you'll never see ever on YouTube. And you can also donate to the show.
It's funny because I never said a white woman never did it.
6 or 7 babies.
And I never said that a white woman didn't do
So then
that.
why did you target black women?
Because we were talking about black women. We were talking, yes, I am, yes.
So I need to let you know that the times are different. If you're sitting here looking at this crowd right here,
Yeah.
you see how diverse this crowd is?
Yeah.
So I understand.
I understand what? I know, but what are you mad about? Well, I know, but what are you mad about? You're mad about what?
I'm not
So,
mad.
Why does the diversity of the crowd matter for you as a black woman? Like, if they were all white or all brown would black women not lead in abortions and single motherhood? I'm not sure what the connection that you're trying to make is. And it's a shame because, you know, it's kind of cute, young and in shape and whatnot. You know, we could have worked with you. We could have worked with you.
Listen, so yes, you are. I know, but I'm asking you. I know, but I'm trying to ask you. I know, but this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing is.
Times are different.
Okay.
So you're gonna come up here with your tent in your button.
Yes.
And you think that Trump is over here doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you over here. You got women over here wearing "Make America Great Again" hats. They don't care about her. They don't care about us. And I'm trying to figure
Who
out.
doesn't care?
Trump. But it's okay.
See, you have Trump derangement syndrome. You have Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, you've been.
Yeah, I think she does have a little TDS, man. And again, look, she's kind of cute. She's kind of cute. That's what makes this whole college brainwashing process so horrible. You send your young 18-year-old daughter off to go get educated, and they come back weird and gay. We got to really fix that. This is why everybody on the right is really excited about Trump defunding huge swaths of like the federal apparatus, because a lot of our tax dollars go into making our youth weird and gay. A lot of that is directly funded by our own tax dollars. It's like stealing my money, buying dope, and then shooting my kids up with the dope you bought with my stolen money.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you over here. You got women over here wearing "Make America Great Again" hats. They don't care about her. They don't care about us. And I'm trying to figure
Who
out.
doesn't care?
Trump. But it's okay.
See, you have Trump derangement syndrome. You have Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, you've been brainwashed. Trump wants to help you out. Yes, you have. Yeah, you've been brainwashed. Yes, you've been brainwashed. And you're probably vaccine injured too. Yeah, how many vaccines do you have? How many vaccines do you have? How many vaccines do you have?
And then look at the young purple simp in the background. Let her cook. Let her cook. I feel like in a few years he's gonna die in a simping related incident.
Asking you a question.
Yeah.
I was never done talking. Why black women were targeted? I just want to
We were
know.
talking
Because I'm
about.
sitting here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes. Listen. I love black women. It's just funny.
It's something weird about these kinds of guys who are like cheerleaders of women. It's really weird as a man to be like, let her cook. And the bitch not even in the kitchen, bro. Like, she's nowhere near the kitchen. And you talking about let her cook, bro. This is so backward. This whole ecosystem is upside down. The only time I'm ever telling a woman, the only time I'm ever going to say let her cook is when there's an actual kitchen involved. Other than that, I'm going to be very annoyed very quickly. Why are you talking so much, lady?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes. Listen. I love black women. It's just funny. No, you're trying to gaslight me and trying to make me out to be. You're trying to act like I don't like black women. So listen, I love black women. I think you guys need to learn, especially when you get off this campus, is that life is not fair. You don't, yeah. I know. So that's a harsh reality. No, I just want to try to wake people up like you that want to constantly play a victim because of something that happened 200 years ago. Yes. That's what you guys are acting like. That's why you guys are getting all mad. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. So, to talk, I want to have this conversation. Let's have a conversation right here.
What about brainwashed? He keeps saying it.
No, certain of you ones that have been arguing with me are dumb. Yes.
Wow.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology. Time has expired. My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
It is appropriate that we are out here in the bitter cold. Because the federal workers of this country, their families, and the people in the communities they serve have been left in the cold. When these dedicated, compassionate federal workers could have taken their talents anywhere else, they chose to serve this country. And instead of being met with gratitude, with dignity, with visibility, and with humanity, they were met with threatening emails from Doge Bros and callous pink slips. And these federal workers are so...
You know, for the last couple of years, left-wing protests have been more likely to burn an American flag than actually wave an American flag. But as soon as you start asking all these Democrat voting federal employees, what have you done in the last 5 days? They start singing Creedence Clearwater Revival. They rave the American flag, the red, white, and blue. Now, all of a sudden, you guys are so patriotic.
Dedicated that in my conversations with them, their first concern was not their own livelihood, was not their ability to provide for their families, but what of their unfinished work? This rich, entitled billionaire that is Elon Musk has his grubby hands on your Mima granddad's Social Security check. He's got those greedy paws in the cookie jar. He thinks that he can just break shit and move fast, like we're some startup that he can fail and start over.
Have you noticed the amount of profanity that liberals have begun to use in polite spaces? Let's call it that. You know, a couple of years, I mean, just a few weeks ago, you really didn't hear liberals getting upset to the point of profanity on CNN or just out in public in front of a microphone. Trump won the election, and all of a sudden it's fuck, mother god, son of a... They just can't. They're really having different levels of meltdown that must be studied and documented for posterity. And yes, they actually did used to love Elon. But let this be a lesson. The left loves no one. Whether you're a black woman, a black man, a transgendered, handicapped immigrant from a war-torn country, the left doesn't actually love anyone. The left loves their will to power. That is the one thing that they consistently love. All other things will be sacrificed if it furthers their will to power.
Or like the pieces of his trashy Cybertruck that he can just dismantle and sell off. But we are the American people. And this is our country. And this is our democracy. And we're here to say to Elon Musk, to Donald Trump, hands off. Hands off our bodies. Hands off our data. Hands off our democracy. Hands off our Constitution. Hands off our federal jobs. We are here to stand up until they stand down and take their foot off the necks of working people.
My show had value, and that that what I was doing had value. And in the end, I try not to cry on TV. And I think this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize.
A motherfucker just supposed to take and accept whatever the fuck you say, because I'm a black woman. Bitch, shut up. The fuck out of here.
My show had value, and that that what I was doing had value. And in the end, I try not to cry on TV. And I think this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And then it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that the moment of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted and not just Black folks, or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, defending books that people find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object to little babies being bombed. And where I come down on that is I'm not sorry. I am not sorry that I stood up for those things, because those things are of God. And I'm a church girl too, and those are the things that I was taught were of God. And so I'm not sorry. I'm just proud of my show.
Elon Musk were here right now, what would you tell him?
Go back where you come from.
America or?
Where he came from.
South Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, right?
Oh, gotta go.
Go back
to South Africa, what he wants.
Go back to South Africa.
Go back to South Africa. He's not a citizen. He came here illegally and stayed.
Hold on, Grandma. Hold on. We're not going to let you slip out of here that quickly. I thought about it, and we're going to come back to this one, Grandma.
Elon Musk
can't just let you get away like you tried to, Grandma.
We're here right now. What would you tell him?
Go back where you come from.
America or?
Where he came from.
South Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, right?
Oh, gotta go.
Why does she get embarrassed right there? What about South Africa makes her like, oh, gotta go? Like, that was such a weird moment. I wish you would explain that a little bit more, Grandma. Like, why? You don't want to send him back to South Africa? South Africa got too many white people or something? I don't understand the issue.
Go back to South Africa, what he wants.
Go back to South Africa.
Go back to South Africa. He's not a citizen. He came here illegally and stayed, then got citizenship, I believe.
So go back to Africa.
Go back to Africa.
What would you tell him?
He's an unelected, greedy, selfish bastard. And please go away. Nobody elected him. Nobody voted for him. We don't want him. He's a racist and he's a Nazi. This is not what America is about.
You said to go away.
Yeah.
Where would you like him to go?
Go back to South Africa. His grandfather left Canada to specifically go to South Africa because he loved his racist policies of South Africa. Go back to South Africa.
Go back to
as an immigrant, telling another immigrant, go back to where he came from, because I am not trying to change America for the worse. I'm not a greedy, selfish person, wanted to take everything for myself. Somebody who has $404 billion is going to go into Social Security and tell my grandfather or my disabled cousin that $800 a month is too much, and you have $404 billion that you will never spend in your lifetime. Go, hey Elon, shoot yourself into the sun.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
Breaking news, Mayor Eric Adams says he is shutting down the city's migrant facility at Manhattan's Roosevelt Hotel.
Since 2023, the Roosevelt Hotel has served as an arrival center for migrants seeking asylum in the city. Alan Devlin is live outside the Roosevelt Hotel in Midtown. Alan?
Sydney and Mary, it's an iconic Midtown hotel that's been around for about 100 years. And like you just said, it's been serving as a center for asylum seekers for the past 2 years. The mayor came out this morning and announced that will happen no more. This hotel shutting down for good.
If you're not a native New Yorker, this is totally alien to you. You have to kind of be there to experience it. But over the last year or so, about the last year or two, Midtown Manhattan, 34th Street, 42nd Street, that whole area between 34th and 42nd, it's turned into like Tijuana. Just bands of teenage Mexican children committing crimes and selling chiclets and bottles of water and shit. It's just a wild place now. Well, it's shut down now. As soon as Trump came in, all the Midtown Mexicans disappeared. It's really weird how quickly that happened.
The hotel first opened to migrants back in 2023 during the height of the migrant crisis back in that year, with the city receiving up to 4,000 migrants a week. We all remember these images you're looking at right now out of that year, showing the vast number of migrants awaiting their next step here at the Roosevelt Hotel. In total, about 232,000 migrants have entered the city seeking shelter, and the Roosevelt Hotel was the front door for about 75% of them, this according to city officials. Now, in a video message released here this morning, Mayor Adams looked to the future while touting the city's efforts to bring and keep the crisis under control in the last 2 years.
Now, thanks to our policies, we're down to an average of just 350 new arrivals each week. And while we're not done caring for those who came into our care, today marks another milestone in demonstrating the immense progress we have achieved in turning the corner on the unprecedented international humanitarian effort.
You heard it there, 4,000 down to about 350, says the mayor. Now, this all comes as Eric Adams remains at the center of a battle between New York City, New York State, and the White House, with some accusing the mayor of arranging a quid pro quo with the Trump administration to get his corruption charges dismissed in exchange for his cooperation with federal immigration.
350 new arrivals a week is crazy, and that's just one building. At this point, there had to be hundreds of buildings around the city taking people in, but that's just one.
Enforcement here in New York City. Mayor Adams, however, strongly denies those claims. It is important to note that all of the activity, the facilities that were happening here at the Roosevelt Hotel over my shoulder, are going to continue to happen here in New York City. They just won't be happening here at this physical location. The mayor made it clear that they will be spreading out these efforts to other facilities around the New York City area. But right now, we're live in Midtown Manhattan. Alan Devlin, CBS News, New York.
I'm Oleg Shmura.
I'm Dr. Ben Andrew.
My name's Cody Anderson.
My name is Katie Sandlin.
My name is Andrew Lennox.
My name is Nick Hand.
I'm Riley Ratcliffe.
My name is Jonathan Cammons. I oversaw cybersecurity for the VA.gov websites, and about a third of USDS, including me, were fired last week. Without people like me ensuring that VA.gov is secure, the private financial and healthcare data of Americans' veterans is at risk of being stolen, sold to the highest bidder, and used to harm people.
We are standing in Yosemite.
If you guys haven't done so already, please hit the link in the chat. I'm going to be closing down this main channel, and we're gonna spread this stream out to some other channels. The backup channel, This Week in Oppression, will still be open. So everybody on YouTube right now, if you want to move over to This Week in Oppression, and we're gonna keep the full show up on the backup YouTube channel, because I got to keep the numbers juiced up on YouTube as well. Got to feed all the algorithms and whatnot. So either way, though, we are definitely going to be shutting the main channel down in a few minutes. So be ready to hit that link and jump ship.
National Park. For the past 10 months, I was a custodial worker here. I picked diapers off the side of the road, toilet paper, beer bottles, cigarette butts, you name it, so you didn't have to see it.
And I served as the Chief of Safety and Emergency Management at the Philadelphia VA. This was a mission-critical role that ensured the health and safety of all those who entered into our facilities.
I used to be a NEPA coordinator for the Wrangell Ranger District of the USDA Forest Service, where I would coordinate environmental review for projects in and around the town of Wrangell, projects that are crucial to the town's economy and its people.
I moved from Alabama to Maryland to start my new job in genomics education and outreach at the National Institutes of Health. My job was to help educate students, teachers, and healthcare providers about genomics to improve patient care and develop the future scientific workforce.
I was a technologist at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau for about a year and a half before I was fired last week. We were the ones making sure that you could use payment apps without being constantly scammed, that your sensitive financial data wasn't being collected and shared with shady companies, and that your data wouldn't be leaked in a data breach.
As the only aquatic ecologist at the largest reservoir in the United States, my job was mostly to monitor for water quality for recreational uses, making sure that when people are out boating or swimming, that the water quality is sufficient to keep people healthy.
After leaving the military, I wanted to continue serving my country, and I did so as an administrative officer at the Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Ann Arbor, Michigan. My job was to enable our medical providers, and that meant looking at the hundreds of doctors and the thousands of patients' schedules to make sure that nobody walked through those doors and was not treated. Make sure that we had all the paperwork and credentialing to send those veterans home with the prescription medication that they needed. And we didn't waste a single taxpayer dollar.
I went into public service because I wanted to use my tech expertise to make an impact. A lot of the time, I was seeing a skill set like mine be used to make more money for big tech companies at the expense of everyday people. And I wanted to try to help level that playing field.
I went into public service because I'm passionate about helping others learn science and to also give back to a country that has given so much to me.
I joined the Park Service because I believe that the national parks are one of the best ways that we can share America with everyone.
I chose public service because my mother worked 30 years for the VA Medical Center in New Orleans. As a kid, I said, one day I'll work at the VA.
I got into this job because I'm not in it for the money. I don't make that much money, but what I do believe in is the National Park Service and our mission to protect these beautiful and insanely unique monuments to the rest of the world.
If they offered me my job back tomorrow, I would take it, despite all the chaos and risk. The mission is still there, and I'm still ready to be a part of it.
We're not deep state actors. We're not faceless bureaucrats.
I remember, well, actually, I do not remember during the pandemic, the media highlighting the faces and the names of all these different people who are forced out of employment because Majab, 6 feet apart. You're not an essential worker. You remember that? You remember that? Fucking strippers were essential workers, okay? If you give hand jobs in BJ's for a living as an adult professional, you were considered an essential worker. But if you wanted to go down and you know, open up your little shack selling hot dogs on the corner, well, you know, 18 police officers will run up to you and ask you why you're out here without your little gold badge. Yeah, learn the code, they said. Start a podcast, they said.
I'm a veteran that wants to help veterans. That's why people join the federal service. They do it to help others and serve their country. This is the face of the federal agencies.
Oh, I'm actually muted. My bad. I was muted up, getting all into a groove here. But no, Universal Jones, what's going on? I just threw the link in the chat. You came here right at the end where we're going to split the show up, man. We're going to split the content up, Universal. So if you haven't done so already, hit that link that I just threw in the chat. And everybody, hit the link that I just threw in the chat. If you haven't done so already, you can either follow me on Rumble or you can follow me on our backup channel that's in the chat right now. This week in oppression with the Hood Conservative, and we are going to be shutting this thing down in just a minute here. Got to get this YouTube algorithm juiced up. Thank you to everybody who has listened and been a supporter over here on the main Hood Conservative channel. God knows if I'll ever be able to get this remonetized. I would love to, but I don't know what they want from me at this point. So we're just going to start fresh somewhere else. So that being said, the links are in the chats. If you guys haven't done so, this is your last moment. This is the moment of truth. Before we shut this thing down, though, there was something I wanted to leave you. Oh, yeah, I got to share one last thing with you guys as we're closing down the main channel. Consider it like a commercial break. Shout out to Tiffany Henyard, the super mayor.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm starving the poor, I'm feeding the people. They put me in office and treat me like it's illegal to feed the people, to feed the people. I gave back to community and I cleaned the streets up. I'm starving the poor, I'm feeding the people. They put me in office and treat me like it's illegal to feed the people, to feed the people, to feed my people, to feed my people. From Vegas to Chicago, I rode around in Tahoe.
Well, that look like you, Papa.
She got another exclusive coming.
Y'all ready for this?
It's done. It's done. I'm starving. It's done. It's done. It's done.
All right. We are back. Shout out to everybody who's following us on all the backup channels and whatnot. Got to stay nimble, man. You got to stay nimble in these YouTube streets, man. You got to keep moving. Got to stay active out here. How y'all like this the new fire from Tiffany Henyard? Tiff got bars or no? I'm not into hip hop like I used to be. I'm gonna let you guys judge it. Tiff got bars or no, y'all? What y'all think? She feed the people. She feed the people. All right, now that we got that out of the way, there's another story I wanted to share with you guys here, and it's like again, the propaganda about people getting fired and losing their jobs and all that stuff. It's kind of obvious how much effort is being put into this narrative now. And especially if, I've been kind of paying close attention to the media for a couple of years now. So I'm very keenly aware of their subtleties at this point. And now I present to you a black man that's been harmed by Trump and his Doge bros. Boo. Boo. Doge bros. Boo.
A former IRS employee right here in Houston. He was one of thousands of federal employees abruptly laid off this week.
He sat down exclusively with Michelle Choi to share how he's feeling and his message to those in power.
Nothing there. Nope. Nothing there.
As he waits for an official termination letter to arrive at his front door, Jason Charles shared the toll the last 48 hours has taken on him.
I can't believe this is happening, and it happened so fast. Like I said, I was just in training. I waited 4 months to go to training just to be fired.
He's one of 6,000 plus federal.
Damn. They fired a black man. Do you know how bad? They fired a black man. A brother. They fired a brother.
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
Employees who work for the Internal Revenue Service fired this week as part of mass layoffs happening under the Trump administration. The majority of those workers, like Charles, were probationary workers employed for less than a year. Charles told us more than 24 employees were laid off from his office here off Gessner. He says it took over a year to get his dream job as a tax-exempt officer dealing with nonprofit organizations and compliance.
Now, when I first caught this on Twitter earlier, that line right there caught my ear. This nigga's dream job is to work for the IRS, bro. Really? Your dream job? You gonna look me in my eye, nigga to nigga, you gonna look me in my eye and tell me your dream job is to work for the IRS, bro?
I'm telling you, man. This the reason why I be hating niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. It just be us. I be hating niggas, man.
Nigga, dream job is the pocket watch, bro. How your dream job is to pocket watch me? And I'm supposed to feel sorry about this shit. I'm supposed to feel sad for this nigga. Nosy ass motherfucker. Now you ain't got no job, pocket watching ass nigga. The fuck out my back pocket, nosy motherfucker.
I wanted to serve the people.
And despite recent news,
I wanted to serve the people. I wanted to serve the. Since when does the IRS serve the motherfucking people? The IRS was put here specifically to take money from the people. That's not serving. It's not protecting. That's not helping. The IRS never helped anybody. Nobody has ever helped. Nobody has ever been helped by the IRS, bro. I want to serve the people. I want to help the people. Help me, please. Help me, please. Except my dream job was to work for the goddamn IRS. Nigga, don't get the fuck out, nigga.
I'm telling you, man. This the reason why I be hating niggas, man.
held out hope his job would be spared.
How are you feeling?
Numb, confused, sad, angry, lost.
When did you get the official notice, or was there an official notice?
We never got official notice. I got word from managers that had to be in the office yesterday, and we waited there all day until maybe 12, 1 o'clock. And then it was kind of like a firing range.
Damn, look like you're gonna have to take all these skills that you have and apply them to the private sector. That shouldn't be too hard, right? You have skills, don't you? You can do what you do somewhere else, can't you? You can learn the code, right?
They lined us up, took our equipment, and sent us home.
His pride and passion taken away.
Excited. I was so excited to learn the job.
I was so excited. About to cry. This nigga really. This nigga crying. Trump buying this nigga crying. This nigga really took it. I was so excited. Look at this bullshit.
I was so excited to learn the job. I was so excited to learn the job. I was so excited to learn the job.
Oh, he was so excited.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
They really try to fuck with my emotions on the news right now. They really got this is a big, buff, football playing ass nigga. This nigga is like 250 pounds. Murderous off the tackle right now. He will crush you in the blitz. This nigga's on TV crying because he got fired from the IRS. I was so excited. Oh man, this is the game too. This is exactly how the left wing operates, yo. They put a big, muscular, athletic black in front of you, and then they make them cry on TV. Is this the buck breaking that Tariq Nasheed was talking about? Is this what buck breaking is? I mean, he was so excited.
I was so excited to learn the job.
He was so excited. And now look at him.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
I was telling my management I was going to be the best. They can count on me.
Look at him. Look at him. He said I was told that I was going to be the best. They told me I was going to be, I was the one. They told me I was Neo. They told me it was up to me. I had to save Zion. I was going to save Zion, all right? It was going to be me. I was the one.
I was telling my management I was going to be the best. They can count on me. And it's not like I have no say-so. Like they just toss you away. And I thought corporate America was like this, not the government. I thought the government takes care of their people.
When asked,
He said, I thought the government takes care of their people. Oh, man. Niggas ain't never going to get rid of them. We'll never defeat the slave allegations, bro. I tell you, nigga crying because he got kicked off the plantation, boy. Ain't that a bitch? Master like, look here, Charlie. The war's over now. You's gonna have to go and find you a job at one of these cotton gins or something, Charlie. And he like, Master, no. Master, you says I was good, boss, Master. You says I was good, boy, Master. Master, you says I was good to you. Don't do me like this, Master. I just wants to work for you, Master. I just wants to work, Master. Don't send me on down on yonder to work at the cotton gin. No, master, no, I wants to work here for you, master. I can't do it on my own, master. Master, I can't do it on my own. I needs to be here, master. I needs to be here. I'm telling you, niggas is never going to defeat these allegations, bro. He got the runaway slave tears in his eyes and everything. Look at this nigga. This nigga got the runaway slave tears in his eyes, man. Toby was good, master. Toby was good. I swear Toby was good, master. Don't make me leave. Don't make me have to go, master. Toby be good, master. I swear Toby be good. I ain't never, bro. Like, listen, I done lost jobs before, bro. Listen. The very first time that shit happened, that shit was a kick in the balls. I ain't gonna lie, but god damn, I ain't never cried for master, bro. This shit was amazing right here.
And sent us home.
His pride and passion taken away.
Excited. I was so excited to learn the job. I was telling my management I was going to be the best. They can count on me.
Master, you told me I was the best. You said I was the best nigga out of them all. You said Charlie, you's a better nigga than Jim. You's a better nigga than Andy down there. You's even better nigga than Toby. Master, you told me I was a better nigga than Toby. Master, you told me this. You told me, master, you told me I was a better nigga than Toby, and now you making me go. Master, you making me go. Don't do me like this, master. I'll be good. I swear I'll be good, master. I won't give you no trouble no more, master. I swear I'll be good.
And it's not like I have no say-so. Like they just toss you away. And I thought corporate America was like this, not the government. I thought the government takes care of their people.
When asked why he would speak out now,
This was the only way I had a voice. I can't go to Washington and go in the Oval Office. I can't contact my congressman. He's too busy.
Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows my sorrow.
now
This was the only way I had a voice. I can't go to Washington and go in the Oval Office. I can't contact my congressman. He's too busy. He doesn't want to hear me. I try to reach out.
Yeah. Just so we're all clear, that was a chirp in his house. That was not a chirp in my house. I have removed all the chirping. I was on a mission one night to remove any and all possible chirps. So that was his chirp. That was not my chirp. You don't typically hear a chirp on my end. That chirp just came out the blue too. They must have edited out all the other chirps because you know that's like every 180 seconds or some shit like that.
This is the only way I can get people to hear what happened.
according to a statement sent to KHOU 11, the National Treasury Employees Union president representing the Houston area believes more than 200 people working for the IRS offices in Houston have been fired just this week. These layoffs, of course, happening in the heart of tax season.
Every department has a probationary employee. Every department will be impacted. I don't know how severely, but people will start seeing the impact soon.
Charles believes there will be a ripple effect.
Do you want your job back?
I would love my job back. I would love it back. To serve the American people and talk to people that I've talked to.
Boy, don't give me that bullshit. You do not serve the American people. You got your hand in my pocket. What type of nigga says my dream job is to work for the IRS? It's bad enough that you technically work for the feds, right? Because the IRS is basically the feds. They're like the FBI, but with money. They're the FBI of money. And so your dream job is to work for the feds, counting my money. You count my money for the feds, bro. Nigga should lose his black card for some shit like that. No bullshit. You fuck one green-eyed, red-headed girl, and they threaten your black card for the rest of your life. Meanwhile, this nigga's pocket watching for the goddamn FBI, and his black card is solid and intact. What kind of rules is this shit? Don't make no sense, bro. No forgiveness, no sympathy.
Do you want your job back?
I would love my job back. I would love it back. To serve the American people and talk to people that I've talked to, I would love my job back.
And has this message for the president.
Let us work. Let us do what they employed us to do, what we took our oath to do.
In Houston, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
And you can hear Michelle's extended interview with Jason streaming right now on KHOU 11 Plus. Be sure to download for free on your.
David in the chat says my wife started working for the IRS right after she left me. I told you they are the enemies of the people. That's how you know they're the enemy of the people. All right, what is this she put in the chat, Latina? Let me see. Let me play this clip. All right, shout out to Latina in the chat real quick. She just made a suggestion. Let's check this clip out.
Got a job.
Got a job.
Just call the IRS.
Got a.
Oh, stop. They had ads. You know, ads back in the day were something else, man. I like watching old TV now. I get nostalgia for the world that's gone.
Got a job.
Got a job.
Just call the IRS.
Got to start.
Gotta call the IRS. Got a job.
The IRS has seasonal and temporary positions open right now, starting at over $10 an hour. You'll get paid training, a good salary, and most importantly, valuable work experience. Apply today and soon be.
Got a job.
Damn. $10 to $13 an hour was a good job. This had to be like in the early 80s or something.
Valuable work experience. Apply today and soon be.
Got a job. Just call the IRS.
Nah, buddy. You're not gonna fool me with that shit. Got a job. Ha ha, not anymore. Not anymore. But yeah, let's take a look at more of this resistance, man. Shout out to the resistance out there fighting the good fight.
Stand beside your immigrant comrades.
So we're here to protest what's been going on with ICE detention across the country, but also here in Cincinnati.
Drew Vassar is one of many people
But don't let it stop you.
urging city leaders to prevent ICE raids from happening in Cincinnati.
The main message absolutely is abolish ICE, because ICE, what they're doing in this country is absolutely immoral.
Cincinnati Mayor Avtab Piravel and Police Chief Teresa Thigi told us last month that the city will comply with federal orders. However, they added that they won't enforce immigration status.
What we want folks to understand is, of course, the chief and I are going to follow the law.
Members of the group Cincinnati Socialists, who organized the rally Saturday, believe that's unacceptable.
I can't imagine living day to day worrying about, am I going to get deported? Are my medication going to be taken away?
They say that's why they're calling on city leaders to do more.
I was thinking about this months ago when I realized, what just could happen. And I'm wondering how far the quote unquote resistance is willing to go. Because allegedly there was an immigration vehicle set on fire. I want to say in Philadelphia, but I'm not totally sure. But people are attempting to resist. You know, they want to fight the good fight. They don't want their brown brothers and sisters to get deported, sent back home to Mexico or wherever the hell they came from. Hey, shout out to my man Anunnaki, the one over in the Rumble chat with the $20 Rumble chat. He says, but this $20 damn are a token for your works human fuckeries, Hulk smash. Yes, my man. Shout out to Anunnaki, the one with the $20 Rumble chat. Be like Anunnaki, y'all. Smash that Rumble button for me.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
Hit that like button for me, guys, and make sure you subscribe to whatever channel you're watching on right now. Be sure you're subscribed.
Need to fight back in every facet that we can.
Vassar says it's not just support for the migrant community, but he also wants city leaders to work together to prevent rallies like the recent neo-Nazi demonstration in Lincoln Heights from happening again.
It's not the fact that they tried to hide their identity that's the problem. It's the act of what they were doing that is the problem.
At the time, Mayor Puroval denounced the neo-Nazi rally on X, saying messages of hate like this have no place in our region.
Power to the people!
Vassar plans to bring some of their concerns to city council. He hopes it possibly sparks a discussion about the city changing its philosophy on immigration.
One of the main things is to actively fight against ICE.
Vassar wants people in the migrant community to know people are standing behind them.
People will always be here to help other people.
In Cincinnati, Alex Knoll, WCPO 9 News.
Customs enforcement ramps up arrests and deportations nationwide. A local group is doing patrols of its own, hoping to help protect those at risk.
But do they believe they're obstructing the work of ICE? McCullough Medina followed that group earlier this morning to get that answer and much more.
Just before daybreak,
we're going to kind of zigzag through the street.
a handful of volunteers hit the pavement in South Central LA.
We're really trying today to ensure that no families are disrupted and separated.
Children are afraid to go to school because they think their parents might get deported.
John Parker and teacher Lupe Carrasco Cardona are part of this network of Black and brown activists organized by the Community Self-Defense Coalition, searching for ICE and federal agents in their neighborhood.
We're letting people know that ICE is in the area so that they can act accordingly. We're reminding them that they have rights, whether they're documented or not.
We were there as they encountered immigrants headed to work, advising them of their rights, like they don't have to open their doors to agents unless there's a warrant signed by a judge, and handing them red cards outlining those rights.
Es bueno que nos ayude.
He says it's good that they're helping. He didn't want to share his name, fearing the uncertainty around arrests.
We're talking about our neighbors, our community members, people we care about.
That's what drives Lupe and this group that's been doing these patrols since the 1990s, ramping up now almost weekly. They say they've learned how to identify ICE personnel.
Oftentimes they don't have plates or they have exempt plates.
They look mostly for tinted SUVs as they drive through the streets. As we turn the corner, we spot them. They're checking out a vehicle.
That wasn't a nice vehicle.
We asked them if they think they're inciting fear in the community with their patrols. Or their live streaming of their social networks. They say the community is already fearful and craves information, especially when they actually see agents.
Isn't it weird how the left will defend its community against the police, but not actual crime? Typically, people defend their neighborhood against crime and criminals, right? But now we're so in the upside down that a neighborhood has come together to defend itself against police.
We use our megaphones, we use our voices very loudly to alert anybody living in those homes.
We asked ICE what they thought about these patrols. They did not respond to our request for comment, but on their website it states obstructing or otherwise interfering with an ICE arrest is a crime.
We're not obstructing, we are reminding people that they have rights and that they should defend them.
They say they're exercising their First Amendment rights and staying clear of agents' work with the hope that the public attention will actually deter agents. They say it's worked before.
We've kind of alerted the community, alerted them that they're on watch, and they've left.
They're not sure if it'll work again, but they're committed to try again every morning, they say, if that's what it takes. In South Central LA, I'm Michael Medina, NBC4 News.
I remember when South Central was black. Long, long time ago when I was just a boy.
So just an update in terms of immigration, and I think that this is important for everyone to consider. So this morning I came into the office and my staff, they were just kind of like, Cherie, guess what happened? One of our clients got detained by ICE this morning on his way to check in with ICE, meaning that he was under supervision of ICE, and he has his social security card and his EAD. And so he went in, doing the right thing, and ICE detains him. Now he's detained in Florence Immigration Processing Center. And this is so uncommon because it's not like he was out there without any social or an EAD. He's definitely under temporary protected status. So this message is basically for anyone who even feels like they're safe with that and they're checking in. Be very, very careful because it might happen. So just an update in terms of immigration, and I think that this is important for everyone to consider. So this morning I came into the office and my staff, they were just kind of like, Cherie, guess what happened? One of our clients got detained by ICE this morning on his way to check in with ICE.
If they don't have a warrant, you do not need to talk to them.
You don't have to answer their questions.
You do not have to answer any questions. Let them slide the warrant under the door or put it up to the window.
Where you can see it clearly.
It has to be signed by a judge. They can have their own warrants that are not signed by a judge.
They're not valid.
They are not valid. Do not talk to them.
So members of the left wing have decided that they will do whatever they can within the law to frustrate all attempts at ICE deportation.
Breaking immigration news. My credible sources have confirmed that each of the 25 field offices of Immigration and Customs Enforcement must make 75 arrests daily. And if they don't, those officers risk being terminated from their job. So they are very much wanting to keep their job. And they are going after the three categories of people that they're looking for first. People that have serious criminal records that are in the United States, people that have final removal orders that have not left the United States, and people that have removal orders have left and re-entered the United States without permission. Remember this, because they are going to be so geared to make arrests, that you have to understand that you have rights to remain silent. You should have downloaded a Know Your Rights card at this point. And if you are encountered by immigration, you have a right to remain silent. Yes, you can give your name, but after that, it's silencio. Like and follow. I'm Gloria Cardenas, the immigration queen.
I got a clip from Project Veritas. You know, they always catch these. Why does everybody who works for the government, why are they all gay men? It's weird. I saw Joe Rogan today, a clip from Joe Rogan today, joking about this. Every time somebody from Project Veritas gets catches somebody on that recorded that hidden camera, it's always a gay date. Almost every single Project Veritas video where it's like a government employee giving out the dirt on what the government's really up to, every single time, it's a gay date, bro. Why is it always a gay date with these government employees? They just get a couple of martinis in them, and then they start just blabbing away.
If they actually knew, yeah, Congress actually knew that we don't have that, there would be a lot of trouble. Why? Because we would be like
positioned as like being a sanctuary. They have like sanctuary cities. We would be like a sanctuary program where we're spending federal dollars on illegal immigrants. Like they shut off everyone's access to everything. They're like in the building looking through everything. I'm telling you, it is insanity.
It sounds like a bad movie.
Yeah. It's like Democracy Falling should be like the title of the movie. I mean, if you want to have a conversation with somebody, you do have to take it offline, but you're not supposed to.
I mean, you have to now.
Yeah. So everybody uses that. It's an app called Signal now. So,
And you're all on like video chat or like.
yeah. So it's just like a text messaging app, basically, like a WhatsApp, but
okay.
it's encrypted end to end.
Nice. So you can do business stuff on there.
We're not supposed to, but yeah. What I do is I oversee a team of 7 staff who develop professional development projects for teachers.
Wow.
And like adult education. So GED programs, high school diploma programs, ESL programs, citizenship.
This is going to sound a bit harsh, but what if the government purged just about every gay that they could find in employment? What do you think that would do in terms of like government efficiency? I'm not saying we should, I'm just playing with dangerous ideas right now. But what if the government just got rid of every gay? Because there seems to be a lot of them. And they're always up to no good, according to Project Veritas. Shout out to Anunnaki, the one, again, with another $20 Rumble chat. He says, the human race, what else there is? His name is Travis Combs. He must be related to Sean Diddy Combs. Hey, shout out to my man Anunnaki, the one. Do me a favor, like the video, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Support the show for me, y'all.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry! You not like Hulk angry! Hulk no like fighting girls.
I'm just throwing that out there. I know, American, man. I'm still on YouTube. It was a question. You can ask questions on YouTube. You can ask mildly provocative questions on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm not waving my bigotry flag. I'm just simply asking like a housekeeping question. It's about efficiency. We have a whole Department of Government Efficiency, and I'm just trying to solve the universal efficiency equation.
Correction bed, different programs like that.
And if they're undocumented, they can do it as well?
They can, as long as they like follow the process. So like if they're a DACA recipient, then they have to follow like the rules for DACA. But if they're illegal, it's going to be pretty hard. The one nice thing about the program that I work in is like we don't ask status. And we've like been able to keep that out of our federal statute, like so we don't ask them when they enroll what their status is.
How did you?
And it would be so. It would just be such a gigantic, like a cosmic, comedic punchline if at the heart of this entire immigration issue was just a bunch of gay bureaucrats just rubber stamping all of these illegal immigrants. Just, yay, you're American now. Yay, you are a fabulous citizen. Yay, you go, Pablo. Just yay. Just what if that was really the heart of this whole issue? Like, really, it just, in one simple move, we could solve the immigration issue. experts are baffled at how we do it. Like, what if that was really at the heart of it, bro? It's just a bunch of gay bureaucrats who don't give a shit about America.
How are you able to do that?
Very strategically, we just provide guidance to the Hill, and we're like, they'll like put something in, and we're like, oh no, it won't work for the program, so then they don't put it in. Like,
wow,
there's a lot of maneuvering that you have to do at the federal level with Congress.
People try to push through that you have to do that. Like the Congress is trying to push through laws.
Dirty Folk says, if nobody was gay, then who would be our playwrights and our A-list actors? You know, Dirty, maybe that's why Hollywood sucks right now, because all the gays are working for government and trying to sneak illegals across the border. All right, gays are not following the script. Gays are supposed to sew jeans and make plays. You're supposed to like design dresses and make plays. You motherfuckers weren't supposed to have government jobs and shit, working in an air-conditioned office, rubber stamping policy and shit like that. No, you were supposed to be in Hollywood making things beautiful. Like, I'm not completely anti-gay that, you know, just got to burn them all. Like, no, they had a job. They had a role in the goddamn ecosystem. But no, you motherfuckers wanted to go to Washington, D.C. and fight for America. Look at us now. Look at us now. Getting caught on your gay date, telling all the government secrets and shit. This wouldn't have happened if you were working in Hollywood. If you were a set designer somewhere on Rodeo Drive, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, but then we block it.
So we didn't have to reach cross party lines for that.
Well, we just hide it in the law. You can just hide it in the bill. They don't. When they mark up a bill, they only read like section. It's not a cruise. You gotta wait. And so if you can squeeze something in somewhere, do that.
To not ask.
Hey, and shout out to the Midwest Request in the chat. He says, America was not built on slavery. It was built on trapping, from the fur trade to the dope game. Yeah, well, now it's built on gay bureaucracy. That's how far we've fallen off. We went from trapping furs to the gay bureaucracy. Modernity. Shout out to the Midwest Request, man. I appreciate you guys supporting the show. Hit that like button for me. We are not done yet. The date isn't over. The date isn't over. They're still on the date.
I need that money.
Yeah.
Wow. That's brilliant.
And then they only read the part they want to know about. They don't read the whole bill.
Brilliant. Then you just take out or put in there that they can't pass status.
We don't actually put it in there. We just take that out.
That they have to ask status. Right.
We leave it silent.
Silent.
So we don't say that they can or that they should or that they shouldn't. We just leave it completely out.
Perfect. So you'll still have that for the next, even though the Department of Ed, that's still in place.
Yeah,
that's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. If you really want to understand like the deep, dark secrets of how America's government truly works, all you got to do is just hang out in DC long enough and flirt with gay guys. If you target the right homosexual in Washington, D.C., you will basically learn high-level government secrets right there. Like, I'm pretty sure you could blow yourself. You could blow your way into classified information. You feel me? Like, it's so bizarre when you think about it. Like, the whole town is just run by sexually frustrated homosexuals, bro. The whole town.
Because then a lot of funding would be rescinded on that too.
If they actually knew, Congress actually knew that we don't have that, there would be a lot of
why? Because
we would be like in a position of like being a sanctuary. Now they have like sanctuary cities. We would be like a sanctuary program where we're spending federal dollars on illegal immigrants. big misconception is like we set like the curriculum and we set up student learning and everything. We don't do any of that.
Oh.
Like we just provide funding to the states to carry out public education.
Where is, in relation to the rest of the world, is U.S. education?
Oh, I mean, probably sitting 30s, 40s.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not good. Like they shut off everyone's access to everything. They're like in the building looking through everything.
They're in the building?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like the Doge team.
What is Doge again?
It's Elon Musk's like efficiency team. They've like moved into the 7th floor, which is like the secretary's floor.
Oh.
And for his team, his or her team, like moved all of the senior leadership staff out of their offices. So like they're sitting in the hallways and cubicles now. And the Doge team have like taken like the prime real estate of the floor. Like they've put software on our computers that like they track keystrokes. So like they know exactly what we're saying in real time. Like they've put monitors on like Teams, so like they can listen to the calls that we have with them.
Dirty Folk says every man working at elementary schools are gay, except the gym teacher and janitor. Just assume every male teacher is gay by default. I will give you one other caveat. If the male math teacher, if there's a male math teacher, math in particular, they're usually not gay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. All right, I don't make the rules. For some reason, the gays are not interested in teaching these little niggas long division, bro. I don't know what it is. It's just you learn these things. You observe as you walk in the building.
Like team members or contractors. Like,
so have you been having them offline somewhere else?
I mean, if you want to have a conversation with somebody, you do have to take it offline, but you're not supposed to.
But, I mean, you have to now.
Yeah. So everybody uses that. It's an app called Signal now.
And you're all on like video chat, like.
Yeah. So it's just like a text messaging app, basically, like a WhatsApp, but
okay.
it's encrypted end to end.
Nice. You can do business stuff on there.
We're not supposed to, but yeah.
So you're still having meetings with the team?
Yeah. I mean, they still contact me. Yeah.
Offline.
Yeah.
Still fun.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the app. What was the app?
Signal. Yeah. Everybody's using it.
Everyone's using it?
Everybody.
Because they don't want people to.
Yeah, because they told that all of their computers now have like tracking on them.
So you're avoiding Elon's team.
Now you got to understand what he's telling his date, because these are two guys on a date, and this one guy who works for the government is telling his date, because he's trying to look cool and get laid. It's so weird, the dynamics of the gay date in DC. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever picked up on this Project Veritas phenomenon. So this guy goes undercover and befriends some staffer, some employee, because it's not just DC, right? It's almost always a gay employee, though. But they befriend this person, and then they're on a date. And it's almost always a guy. Well, two guys, right? Two gays. And the one gay is, I guess, trying to get laid with the other gay. And in an effort to like get laid with the other gay, he just starts telling the other gay all these company secrets, all these government secrets and shit. Like, hey, I bet you didn't know this. It's like, is that how it works? You guys are weird.
What they're doing. What if people find out?
Okay. Then it might be like 25, 75. Everyone's like, what are you gonna do if they put you on leave? I'm like, go to the beach on the taxpayer's dime. Like,
not.
What do you want me to tell you?
I'm shocked more people aren't trying to do that.
Oh, there are.
Oh yeah.
Everyone who's on admin, it's like, see ya.
They left.
Yeah. Like, we can't do anything anyways.
We're being paid to sip margaritas.
So if you hear from me and I tell you that I'm in like Mexico on the beach, that's why.
Don't you love watching how our government really works? You guys remember when we were in like high school and we took I don't know, a civics class, maybe government, whatever it was called back in the day. It had different names for it, I'm sure. But we all took some kind of government educational class to, learn about how things work, right? And none of my teachers ever explained to me that the United States government functions through a series of homosexual encounters. Not one of my teachers ever explained that shit to me when I was in high school. Like, your American government, the secret to your American government is a series of homosexual encounters. Nobody ever told me these things. It's like your real education doesn't start until after high school. And to be fair, I don't know if there was a good way to introduce that to a high school class either, but I'm just saying that is the truth of the matter, apparently. Now, let's switch gears a bit. I want to talk about this pastor guy. Pastor Jennings is his name, I think. Oh, Jamal Bryant. Yeah, Pastor Jamal Bryant. Because even in the church, they're resisting, man. They're going to fight us in the hills. They're going to fight us on the beaches. They're going to fight us in the streets. They're going to fight us down to the last Mexican, man. They're just going to fight.
Been praying for me all week. You've been nervous all week, but I ain't afraid of the spooks that sat at the door. These runaway slaves hiding in the White House gonna throw my picture up thinking that I'm gonna be afraid. If you got real courage, don't show my picture. Show the picture of the one that fired the Black Joint Chief of Staff from the military. If you gonna show a picture of the CEO of Target, Walmart, McDonald's, and Amazon that does not recognize black dollars or black business. If you gonna put up a picture of the state legislators in Florida that are banning black books. If you gonna put up a picture,
I realized just now listening to him talk, and he does this every time he's in between phrases or whatever. I say a couple of words and I get my thoughts together for another couple of words and I gotta breathe real deep and then say it again. And there's actually two people. There are two people who do that professionally. Pastors and rappers. If you listen to rap, especially the guys who rap kind of fast, you will hear that deep breath in between bars. Biggie especially. And you know what? Maybe it's a fat guy thing too, because I know Big Pun was like that. If you listen to Big Pun, you will hear him take these really like aggressive deep breaths in the middle of the bars. Like in every other bar, be you can hear him take these breaths. And I noticed rappers and pastors do the same thing. And then there was that one debate clip from Towson. Yeah. We remember the Shaklack Clack video. Yeah.
the picture of the one who is stealing classified information from the IRS and Social Security. If you gonna put up a picture of those that don't want your mama to pay $35 for insulin and your child to pay $35 for inhaler. If you gonna put up a picture of those that are jailing children and separating families. I ain't ever scared. In case you forgot, I'm from the west side of Baltimore.
He from Baltimore. He sniffed some dope before.
If you got a problem, pull up on me. Stokely Carmichael said, our fathers had to run, but my generation is out of breath. We ain't running no more.
As hard as this nigga breathe, he ain't never gonna be out of breath. Ugh, just every other word. Ugh.
Yea, though I walk. And after being on the run for 26 years from Saul and Philistines, David said, my running days are over. We don't have to run anymore. You only run when you're scared. But you walk when you got confidence that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Would you look at your neighbor and tell him, I ain't running nowhere. Be like a tree, be ye steadfast.
You know what? I'm starting to think that breathing pattern is a hypnotic trigger. Old Negroes just fall for that shit. He do it enough, somebody gonna catch the Holy Ghost in there. And since when does the cross get held by an angry fist? Something tells me that is a blasphemous symbol. It's one thing to use the cross, right? There's several different depictions of the cross, but none of the traditional depictions of the cross are being held by an angry fist of man.
Unmovable. All
This is an unholy cross you got right there, Pastor. I don't know if anybody's ever talked to you about your faith in depth, but I'm pretty sure that angry fist and that cross don't go together. Technically, historically, communists kill cross bearers. I don't know if you understand that, Pastor, because the fist is the communist symbol. Right? That is the traditional historic symbol of communism. And I don't know if you know this, but every single time the communists take total control of an area, they murder people who wear the cross. They always do it. They can't help themselves. They don't even know why they do it. They just get all worked up.
ways abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. I'm not going to run when nobody is chasing me, but I'm going to walk like a smooth operator. I got to walk because I understand that no.
Whoa, that was some knowledge. I don't know if I was prepared to learn, Dirty Folks. Dirty Folks says that breathing is a deep throat technique, gay indicator. Pause. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Appreciate how you wrote the pause into the statement there. You did us all a solid with that one. Fist in the air. That was a good move. Solid commentary right there. Gay indicator. Yeah. I'm willing to believe it.
No weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. All these other churches might not say nothing, but at 6400 Woodrow, we right outside of Decatur where it's greater. You got to understand that there is more for us than there are against us. Look at your neighbor and say, as long as we stick together, we ain't gotta run. Harriet Tubman said, whenever I tried to make our people be free, there were a few Negroes that tried to go backwards and tried to risk our freedom. I feel bad for them coons in the White House who are in there tap dancing for massa, wearing bow ties, shinning and grinding, laughing like nothing is funny. Get out of there, Negro, and stand with your people.
What make your white man better than my white man? Because your white man let you abort your babies. Your white man let you have your white man let you do butt stuff with other guys. What makes your white man better than my white man is all I'm saying. Because last year and this year, we both have white men in the White House. And I'm just curious, like, because your white man's gayer than my white man, that makes you better than me? This is a weird place for Black America to be, too. Like every election cycle, if you don't devote your allegiance to the right white man, you are a terrible Negro.
so that you understand that God is on our side.
This white man wears a dress.
DeKalb County pastor is now responding to what he calls an intimidation tactic. He says it came from people inside the White House. Take a look at this video, reportedly taken from the East Room. You can see a group mocking New Birth pastor Dr. Jamal Bryant. Channel 2's Audrey Washington has reaction now from the pastor in Stonecrest.
Right, and the video is making waves on social media. In the video shows a group of people calling out Dr. Jamal Bryant by name and holding up a picture of him inside the White House.
Hey, shout out to True Hype with the $2 Rumble chat. He said, I thought the communist fist or hand only held a hammer or sickle. You got to keep up with the times, man. They modernize the times. Plus, communism, again, they always attack the church. And so normally they attack the church directly with violence and fire and murder. But this time they attack the church from within. They said, we're going to become Christians. And that's why the communist fist is now holding the cross instead of crushing. Normally they break the cross, but this time they want to hold it because this is the new strategy. But shout out to True Hype with the $2 Rumble chat. Appreciate you guys supporting the show.
I need that money.
Now, Dr. Jamal Bryant is responding, saying he will not be intimidated. A new video causing controversy from the White House in D.C. to the Lord's House in DeKalb County.
That's right.
Posted by White House correspondent Ava Ryan to her Instagram page, the video appears to show a large group of people inside the East Room celebrating Black History Month and the newly appointed FBI Director, Kash Patel. But watch what happened next. A man holding a cell phone pans around the room and says,
Hold them motherfuckers accountable.
Then in the background, someone holds up a cutout picture of Dr. Jamal Bryant, the pastor of New Birth.
You know, that is a particular level of petty. You got to understand, somebody either carried that picture with them all the way from home, or they made arrangements to have that picture ready for them when they arrived in D.C. It was like waiting at their hotel room in a FedEx package or something. And they brought that picture, that cutout of Pastor Bryant's head, they brought that to D.C. to bring to this Black Republicans event. It's wicked. I don't know if I've ever went that far out of my way to hate on somebody before.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
Cathedral in Stonecrest.
That's right. Jamal, yeah.
Dr. Bryant, a longtime critic of President Donald Trump, called for a boycott of Target after the retail giant rolled back its DEI initiatives in step with President Trump's executive order. Friday, Dr. Bryant shot back and posted his own video in response.
It wasn't just about me, but it was, in fact, an attempt to silence the prophetic voice of the Black church.
In a statement to Channel 2, Dr. Bryant wrote in part, quote, to be singled out at a White House reception as a potential target to be held accountable by the newly appointed FBI director was not on my 2025 bingo card. But let me be clear that no amount of intimidation or political pressure will silence the truth. And Dr.
Hey, shout out to the Midwest Request with another $5 Rumble chat. He says, shout out to Hood for putting on for the set and talking nation business. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for that. Thank y'all for supporting the show, by the way.
It's going to be hell on earth. These little incel boys are out of control. They got their MAGA hats on. They are ready. Rape culture is back, baby. My show had value, and that I'm sorry. That
I needed to take a moment. I had to refresh. My cup is empty, and I needed some more some tears of joy. It's actually a great chaser, by the way. If you get like 1 part rum, vodka, whatever your chosen spirit is. I typically drink white liquors, but 1 part vodka, one part lemonade, and just a couple splashes of tears of joy. I don't even know what to call this drink, but it's amazing. It's delicious. You guys got to try this shit.
My show had value, and that I'm sorry. That that what I was doing had value. Had value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And I say this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And that it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that
Ooh, Salty Joy. That's not a bad name for this drink. Salty Joy. I'm going to remember that. I got to write that down.
the moment of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted and not just Black folks, or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, defending books that people find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object,
You know what? I think going forward, when I get a chance, I'm going to isolate this little part.
My show had value, and that I'm sorry, that that what I was doing had value.
Right there. That part right there, just 3 seconds of what I was doing had value. That shit right there. We're gonna isolate that, and we're gonna make this a part of the show from now on. Joy Reid, these words, this moment in time is gonna live forever
And
now.
That I'm sorry. That that what I was doing had value. And
pressure will silence the truth. And Dr. Jamal Bryant told me he will continue to fight for truth and justice. And we are here in Stonecrest, DeKalb County, Autry, Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
Yeah, well, your boy Pastor Bryant, though, he been on some shit for a while.
You are listening.
We were born to be enemies, apparently.
You are listening to men who have no authority. How can a man say that you are of low value after 35? How can a man say that you do not have the level of traction of a high-powered man when that man has got to get a GoFundMe for his funeral? Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. You got to be in that place where you operate in the authority of God. Look at another sister around you. Tell them, it's not that I hate men. Come on, look at another sister. Say, I do not hate men. I just despise weak men. I despise cowardice men. I just ain't got time for men who are insecure about my gift. I'm not going to dummy down because of what God got me. I don't have to lower my standard. That man got to step all the way up to deal with a queen on my level.
Yeah, we were born to be enemies.
Nigga, please. Serious.
Hey, shout out to Anunnaki the One again with the $10 Rumble chat. He says, hey, Joyless Reed, fuck you, biatch. Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad. Absolutely, bro. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
And then hold up, shout out to True Hype with the $5 Rumble chat. Now we got to go to some Alanis Morissette. All right, I'll do it for you. For the $5 Rumble chat, we're going to play some Alanis Morissette for True Hype. I wonder what kind of music Joy Reid listens to when she's feeling sad. What does Joy Reid bump when she's feeling sad, bro? It's like rain on your wedding day.
It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride on your already paid.
What if she's in the house alone in her underwear, dancing around with kitchen knives like Britney Spears right now? I kind of want to see that for some reason. Just to see and know that it happened.
But just Pastor Jamal, from some of the recent stuff I've seen, in the kingdom from a spiritual perspective, you got a lot of men of God and women of God saying one thing, and then it seems like a lot of people in the Black church are saying another thing. And so do you really believe that like every white conservative, that supported Trump, is a racist, or it seems like those are kind of the undertones, or they're white supremacists, and that, Black people who voted for him are like, Uncle Toms and coons and misinformed, because there's clearly a divide in the kingdom, and somebody's lying on the Holy Spirit. The Bible says, acknowledge God in all your ways, he will direct your path. So I personally feel, Pastor Jamal, if we pray about it, God, his word can't lie. He's going to tell us who to vote for. So I would just be curious about that, because that seems to be the response. Obviously the policy, I don't see how any Christian can vote Democrat, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, no, I don't think all Republicans are white supremacists. Nor do I think all Black Republicans are coons or sellouts. I personally believe we need people on both sides of the aisle. I disagree, however, on some of the policies that I think are adverse to the African American community. But I would not make a general sweeping statement. The reality is Dr. King, Frederick Douglass, and so many other civil rights heroes were Republican. So there's no way in the world I could say all Republicans are racist or sellouts.
So if you would...
It's funny how people switch it up later on. Niggas talk real crazy at one point. They'd be like, no, I actually love everybody. And I think people are, quite reasonable and nice. Just got to get to know them. Oh, fuck those MAGA Republicans. You come see me. I'm from West Baltimore. I'll sniff some dope and shoot your mama. You goddamn conservative coons. But I'm throwing the link in the chat right now. We're going to open up this conversation to any and all comers. Put the link here in the Rumble chat. Shout out to everybody who supported the show. And I'm keeping the chat up on the YouTube channel. Normally, I keep all the live stream, the panels strictly for Rumble, but I'm gonna keep this panel up on YouTube. So if you hit the link, let's all behave ourselves just a little bit. You know, this children watching.
My show had value, and that I'm sorry that that what I was doing had value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And I say this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And that
don't cry, dry your eye. Here comes your mother with those 3 little guys. We got a panel building up right now. Huh, man. It's been a funny 48 hours, bro. Not only did she get fired, like, unceremoniously, she got fired like Ice Cube and Friday. It was crazy. Now she's actually crying about it on TV. Don't you know you're not supposed to cry on the internet? Never cry on the internet. If I'm about to cry on the internet, you're going to hear this show suddenly shut down. Never let them see you cry, bro. What are you doing? And anyway, she's not a bro. She doesn't know that. Now we just get to roast you forever in perpetuity. That's why I have a panel now. Shout out to everybody who joined the show. What's going on, True Height? Mic check, mic check. American Man, you there?
Yeah. Yo, look, I just want to say, right, that guy is right. You can't be a Christian and vote Democrat. Like that's absolutely, that's oil and water.
American Man, but that's like Don Cheadle.
Say again?
I said you may be American Man, but that Mike definitely Chinese.
Yeah, you got
I don't know.
A lot of audio pop right now, American Man.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
And I said that Miss Joy Reid looked like Don Cheadle right now on his freeze frame. Yeah.
You look like Don Cheadle when he had on his Protect Trans Kids shirt.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, man, I called in. You know, I was rocking with everything until you was trying to take my black power fist and associate it with commies and shit, man. Everything don't run back to commies, man. They must have, touched you in the wrong area and the union or some shit, man.
Hold on, everybody. Don't
Yeah,
don't
man.
get excited.
I called in. I gotta have my little disagreement. My disagreement is, I was cool with everything until you was talking about my black power fist like it's some commie shit. Like niggas been riding with that shit for years.
Where do you suppose the fist came from, Dave?
Knocking niggas out.
You think black people adopted the fist as a political logo totally organically?
Hell yeah, that's where that shit came from. Don't tell me you ain't never had no pick with the fist on it and shit. That shit wasn't no commie
I know
shit.
I had the pick, but I didn't know where it came from. I would never buy it again.
It came from the Semites.
Yo, Dave is trolling, right?
Hey, you a damn Shemite too, dog. What the fuck?
I don't know what that
Dave is trolling, right?
Everybody, we all understand what was meant when he said that. I really don't want to get into the who owns the Semite.
Yeah, that's all. I gotta just talk some shit, man.
Let you know I'm here, man.
I mean, just as a little side off, all the black people who say we are the real Semites, they don't want to own all the other shit either.
I believe they're real Semites because they were always late. It only takes 2 weeks to get from Egypt to Israel, and they took 40 years. Then they wanted to go back to slavery. Then they listen to girls, and they Bobby Womack all their best friend wives. They might be the Semites.
Hey,
Dirty.
And we hard-headed.
Don't forget, man, they were murmuring the whole time, whole trip.
Whole trip, bro. Whole trip and scared of water.
Oh, that mean that ain't us. We peaceful.
Bullshit.
Look, you see what I mean? Niggas want to own the Semite title, but they don't want to own all the Semite title, bro. Nah, you gotta go all the way.
I did it. We did that shit. We did it. I own it. I mean,
you said it was me.
Hey, look, I'm Moses, nigga. Hey, look, I'm Moses.
I can respect that much at least. I'm not gonna fight you on your definitions. That's for you to own. But I want consistency is all.
A bunch of stories.
Hey, look. That's how you can tell Mr. O ain't really that, man, because he actually owned it.
Hey,
like,
well, you know he's
what I'm
not a
saying?
baby
You
boomer.
gonna get legal in at least 15 minutes, man.
That was so ironic too,
You know he's
wasn't
not a
that?
baby
Though? That was
boomer.
really quick. That you noticed that. I didn't catch that at all. That was good.
But a bunch of stories about dudes that was on rich. You ain't got to do shit, and some stupid ass dumb poor chick be like, "You got money, we don't. You should throw it all away." Yeah, yep, y'all Semites. Fucking Samson, Moses,
keep throwing that in my face,
David,
man. Hey.
Everybody give it all away. What bitch? Yeah, y'all Semites, not I.
Nobody want to hold the L, bro.
Look, Samson, David, we know it. Look, Dirty Mackin, Dirty Macca. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I know it. We are them. But it's cool though. We're gonna get the treasures and the benefits in the end.
Hold on, let me give a shout out real quick. Hold on, real quick. Real quick. Shout out to Saint Nick's in the chat with the $2 Rumble chat. He says MSNBC got rid of Joy but kept Rachel Maddow. They're probably gonna put Jen Psaki in her slot permanently. CNN was smart and put Abby Phillip and Laura Coates at the end of their lineup. I don't know. CNN may not be that smart, but they are definitely trying to shake up how they use their black players now. It's like a chessboard. Everybody's getting repositioned on the board.
Well, Rachel Maddow is really on the chopping block. So they did keep her, but she on a 15-day contract right now.
I think the difference with a Maddow versus a Joy Reid, there are just a lot more retarded liberal white women than there are retarded black liberal women, right? Because just head counts. And so it's easier to get rid of a Joy Reid without like feeling like you're taking a hit. Rachel Maddow probably still has like pull and cachet with a certain amount of liberal women. Joy Reid, obviously, she ain't got the juice no more. So
she never had the juice. She was a DEI hire, and I didn't like Joy Reid because anytime she's on the panel, become a sister girl, snap type of thing. Like she was so unprofessional.
Yo, I mean, look at her. Look, man, look. We had what was that yesterday? Like 20 versions of Joy replay in a montage. Like this chick is a damn chameleon. Like I said,
that was crazy, right?
She missed a true opportunity of being a female assassin, La Femme Keisha. She could have been one of the best hitters. You know what I'm saying? Better than that chick that Taraji had played in that movie, Proud Mary. She's more believable.
She do got that what's the name of that the Slave King? What the hell is the name of that movie?
I don't know, man.
The Woman King. She got the Woman King vibe. She got that vibe.
Oh yeah.
I realized something.
No, she got the Rocket.
Hold on.
She got Rocket. She got Don Cheadle character Rocket from Color.
She look like Destro.
They keep remaking movies and like recasting them with black characters. They could make La Femme Lakeisha. Like the whole storyline where they took some little hooker chick that was washed up and put her in the La Femme training program and then send her out in the world as a hit. They could actually remake that with a black woman and make it good. I mean, relatively speaking, but they could actually tell that.
No, don't follow instructions.
No,
that's 2 minutes into the mission. Goddamn it, it'd be a whole nother thing. That'd be fucking around.
You just got to make her young and cute, and don't make it woke.
No,
how come y'all didn't realize that Viola Davis, your president,
a little bit darker.
That's her name, Viola Davis. That's her name. You're right.
Yeah, you can't make Viola Davis La Femme Lakeisha. Like, no, it gotta be a cute bitch.
No.
She was a woman king.
She got barely passed the paper bag test, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
She was the woman king.
What's the name of that movie with Thor? And they had to save Asgard, and they put that helmet in, and that big ass monster tore up Asgard.
We could really talk about Thor.
I'm saying that would be her.
That was the name of the movie, though.
But you know what's so crazy though?
That and Destro.
The fact that there hasn't been a pretty woman on TV since 2008 and nobody noticed.
I noticed, nigga. I just talked about
I
that last
noticed it.
night.
My
Bro,
TV
there
out.
was
Y'all
a
niggas still
lady
watching.
in this comment a lady in the chat last night where we were talking about women being ugly, and I explained the whole ugly theory, like, because liberalism hates beauty. It hates God, and beauty comes from God, and so it hates beauty as well. And so now they're trying to sell us ugly as beauty. That's why.
But they all the beauty went to the news channels when they tell you in the morning news.
No, they didn't.
No,
That's
it went to the
Telemundo.
Mexican channels. That's where all the beauty is.
No, all the beauty on Telemundo, bro.
In New York.
Yeah, watch all the Mexican news, all the Latin news without the sound on, bro. That's where all the bad bitches are.
Yeah. All the English speaking news got ugly, fat, and somehow always pregnant women on it, bro. They are not hot. They just not, bro.
What y'all talking about, boy?
I'm talking about the
not
news.
the naked news or that topless joint from like you know what I'm saying, overseas.
No, don't nothing beat Telemundo.
Telemundo king, but I'm just saying, your local news has ugly women, and they weren't always ugly. The only cute women are 60 because they had that job for 35 years, bro. I'm telling you. TV, man, look.
Well, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, you is kind of right, because I just be looking at the ones from the nice cities where they got good weather. They always be looking.
They be fat. How did you get a fat black bitch in Miami news? How did you find her? All them cuties. No, they all ugly now, bro. Ugly's the new pretty, bro.
Even I was just thinking about this. Even with black culture, you see this a lot. Where the Cynthia Erivo chick, right? You know what I noticed too? Outside of like Vanessa Williams, they don't promote black runway models. Because Vanessa Williams was like a supermodel in her own time, and she was legit bad. Like she had like blue eyes and shit, which is like damn near impossible for niggas to have blue eyes. It's like
we'll
one in a
argue
trillion
Tyra
thing.
Banks just for your debate. We'll argue
Tyra
Tyra
Banks
Banks. The last one they promoted, not she fine as Vanessa. Vanessa was God, but
No,
but Vanessa was God.
There was two more. There was two more. One of them, she moved to New York and was working for NBC, and she offed herself.
Right, they
Like,
threw
it was
her out
like-
the window. I
it
know
was
who
like
you
during
talking
COVID.
about. She won Miss USA or Universe or some shit.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
then-
if she
and
was
then they
ever
threw her off
big, though.
goddamn
Yeah,
legs in New York. I swear to God.
Yeah, she was conventionally pretty too.
Man,
No, I'm not saying she was ugly, but I'm just mean like big names.
killed her.
What it seems like has happened over the last 10 years is you start to get these like really, and I hate to be really racially specific, like, but these fucking Congolese African model types, like that shit's a weird look, bro. They're not pretty like that.
no, that's the perfect look. Because if you ever notice, white boys get black girls that have very ethnic features, so they're going straight to the mix now. They're not even going with the cut. I understand that, right? What I don't understand is why everybody's fat, and not just the black women, the white women fat too. If y'all like, man, look at internet, like on your social media, the commercials that come on the little ass, everybody fat, bro. Everybody.
Working out.
It's crazy work.
Hey, but Hood, that's a decision. That's a purposeful decision. And what they're trying to do is relate to like their customer base.
No, they're trying to
Thank
lead
you.
the customer base. That's a different thing. This is what I mean. We for millennia, this is why girls are after the girls criticize what they call European beauty standard, right? And so what they find are people who are the almost literal opposite of the European beauty standard. That's why there's so many fat bitches, and then they promote them as beauty. It's a very psychologically aggressive maneuver.
Hey, Hood, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? They say European beauty standard, right? But the French standard was much different than the English or like even the Dutch. Because like they like a little bit healthier chick because wintertime and all that stuff is a little bit harsher. So like, what are they talking about? There was no universal beauty standard.
I can tell you what they talk about.
Runway models and swimsuit Sports Illustrated edition.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, but that's not a European thing. That's a French thing.
Now French is like all the girls like 12-year-old boys. But here's the thing: when black people say European beauty standard, what they're really saying is, I don't want to be accountable for shit. That's what white supremacy is, right? A bunch of motherfuckers that listen to girls and blame the white man.
Dirty.
That's all it is, bro.
The French and the Italians love curvaceous women, bro. They show it in their art, bro. Now the ones that probably like them stick figures is probably the Brits, the Irish, and the other what's the name, pale skins. But yeah,
again, you guys are making it too literal. No, none of these people on the left literally care what white people literally think. It's not that. But American Man, you were trying to break in here. I know you were trying to say something a second ago.
Now, Hood, you just pointed it out that essentially black women asked for their representation to be obese women because they were programmed into liking that, and then at no point did not one of them say, "Hold on, wait a minute, something is wrong with this." Right? The last woman that we saw that was thin and sexy on TV outside of the supermodels was the chick from the Jamie Foxx show, the Haitian chick.
No,
Yeah, NBA girl.
The last lineup of fine, sexy women with collarbones was girlfriends. I keep telling y'all that, man.
You know what? You are correct. You are correct. It was girlfriends. Yes, you're right.
All of them had nice slim stomachs, collarbones, nice asymmetrical faces. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't girlfriends have Queen Latifah in it?
No, that was Living
Single.
Right, that was Living Single. Right.
Living Single, or the
you're right. Girlfriends, you're correct.
And Ray
No more
J.
Queen Latifah. I'm just saying.
And St. Clair,
all the women together on Living Single, their average beauty was way lower than like the girlfriends. They were all a lot more attractive on Girlfriends. I'll give them that much.
Now I'll give y'all what's the name? Now Sinclair, she's a case in point. What happens when you let the fugly chicks let their selves go? Now when she came on the show, she was looking like mwah. Then she started letting herself go when she got with Ovi. Now that's when it started going down here. Then you couldn't separate her and Queen Latifah from each other.
Well, that's what I mean. Like technically, half the show was BBWs. Like there was no.
Yeah.
I don't even think you ever saw a fat chick on the entire run of Girlfriends, bro. They didn't even let them bitches in the studio when they were filming.
No.
Well, that was the thing about
William's girlfriend, the security guard, but she was thick as hell and pretty. I liked it. I ain't gonna lie.
But that was the thing about Living Single. They were 50-50. Because remember the dark skinned chick? What's his name's girl? She stayed skinny.
Yeah, what the fuck am I looking at? What the
her and a brown skinned chick.
That nigga can't be African American, dog.
Who is it, bro?
Yo, and somebody said this was Stanley yesterday. Shout out to Big Gay Stanley, man.
What the fuck is that?
Tell me you're not the Don King of Wizardry and a fucking incel while telling me you the Don King of Wizardry and a fucking incel with this dude on the damn screen.
It looked like he swallowed a hanger.
What they're getting is what Byron Donalds wants. What they're getting is Jim Crow, right? What they're getting is a guy like Clarence Thomas, who, Byron Donalds, entire judicial philosophy is that, well, some Negroes are magic, right? No matter what the white
man does, Stanley. You can call her a motherfucker.
Rise above, as long as they don't.
Hey, what's his official title, right? Because Hood, you brought this up yesterday. I think we missed Michael Eric Dyson's official title.
Well,
right? He's literally
a professor, so he has that as a
You guys got it wrong. He is the Negro of hip hopology. That is his official title.
Yeah, he's the professor of hip hop. He's a hip hopologist, a hip hopologist.
Yeah, him and Lupe Fiasco. Don't forget that.
Like that's his official title. That should tell you how serious they take Michael Eric Dyson. Now, I want to know this wizard's title, because you notice we never see his true title, right? He's probably another hip hopology major.
Hip hopology is crazy. Bun B is a professor of hip hopology.
Right now too. Don't forget it. Chicago very own. Don't knock the
Lupe, Bun B down there at what's the name of the college in here?
And none of these niggas have any real degrees outside of babbling about rap music. Sorry, I'm not gonna now because I like Lupe and Bun B. All of a sudden, I'm gonna be like, oh, hip hopology is a good thing. These niggas are still babbling monkeys in the background.
Nah,
Bro,
hey,
look,
American man, Bun B actually do got like a legit degree though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Him
he
and
went to
I
college,
don't know about
but
Lupe.
In what?
But Lupe,
Like
Lupe
economics, he got
family,
like economics or something like that, bro. He
yeah,
got
but
legit.
Lupe whole family in politics and education. His mom is
Oh, yeah,
part of the
sure. I forgot
Chicago.
about that. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
but here's the real thing though. It don't even matter because before then they had underwater basket weaving and all type of shit in college. You go to college to learn how to be gay. You don't go to college to learn stuff.
That's true. That's true.
But but I want to know this guy's title because he talks as an authority. Fuck Lupe and Bun B and all of them. Them people don't speak as an authority. They just monkeys dancing around in a college course. What about this guy? Which he's a monkey dancing around, but what's his official title?
Man, well, I think he said he's like the nerd king of wizardry or something like that. But he look like Don King though.
Justice correspondent for the nation.
What?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Justice what?
Yep, that's his title.
I
No
need to
bullshit.
run
No bullshit.
Hey, look, bro. I need to run an ad campaign. I don't need to say nothing. I just be like, I'm American and just get popular and be on people's shows. Because apparently that's all you got to do is be popular. Because this is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Don't look, man. Don't ever fall for that grift ever again. See, that's that. Look, the boomers had did this shit, and that's why we in this problem now. That popular, shit. Look, trying to be kicking in with the Joneses. We all inclusive. We
No.
I'm
but it's not necessarily popular with the people though. Hey, there's a book, Dirty. I'm gonna send you the link to it, and basically, it's how a lot of celebrities be getting like booked on like CNN and stuff, and it's like they're like reliable to the bookers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
They may or may not do something like
hey, Jacques,
yourself because your position.
Hey, yo, back out. Hey, Jacques
Yeah, true.
back out.
You
come right
kind
back up.
of your signal
Call
is
that
kind
man
of bad.
Jacques Cousteau is wild.
Shout out to Anunnaki one in the Rumble chat with the $10 Rumble chat. I don't know if I really want to read that out loud properly. It seems like a bit much if I were to actually read that Rumble chat out loud. But I appreciate your support for the show. You're basically the sponsor of the show tonight. But I don't know if I say those words on YouTube, they might be upset with me because involving the children and stuff.
You on Rumble.
How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community?
We're still on YouTube, Mr.
That's yeah.
So can you tell me his title again? His prestigious title?
Yeah, Justice correspondent for what does it say? The Nation.
For the Nation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Outside of Joy Reid, how many times are we going to see him on MSNBC?
He was on CNN recently, but I think he's probably like contracted or something. He's a part of their like bullpen.
He gay.
Oh, we'll see.
Go ahead.
Nah, he gay.
Nah, I'm done. I just want to say we'll see, right? I want to see how many times we're actually going to see this guy.
Tell people that if you're Black, if you're Donald, if you're Thomas, and you tell white people that, they will give you money. And that is what's happened to Clarence Thomas for 20 years. He has told white folks exactly what they want to hear, ruled exactly as they would like him to rule, and done it as their Black friend. And so the money is just pouring out. And you see it in these reports where, again, Clarence Thomas, in the figures that we saw today, Sam Alito made like $200,000 over the past, disclosed gifts over the past 20 years. Antonin Scalia, the hero of their movement, again around $200,000. Clarence Thomas, $4 million.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
I just have to.
Go ahead, Hood.
What's crazy about this money thing they're bringing up? Allegedly, Clarence Thomas got money from this and that billionaire, whatever person. And I noticed a fundamental difference. It seems like there's a fundamental difference between how the left and the right operates. The right it's like person to person. Like, all right, I'm gonna get money from these people. They believe in my shit. They're gonna support me. The left is I'm gonna get the government to start a grant program, and then I'm gonna access some of that grant money, and then that's how I'm gonna get money.
You know what else is crazy? You know what else is crazy about that? This how I know he gay. Number one, I know he gay because Joy Reid's smiling at him. She don't smile at heterosexual men. But besides that, it's true. It's true. Look at the history. But besides that, how long are we going to let the media tell us that honorable Justice Clarence Thomas is not an American hero? Like when I was a kid, I remember they was like, yo, he had pubic hair on a Coke can. Oh, he cheated with Anita Hill. I remember that. They was like, oh, he a cool. As in my 20s, when I got in my 20s, I was like, I'm like, yo, this man is a hero. When he went against affirmative action, they were like, oh, he went against affirmative action. I'm like, yo, I don't get any benefit from affirmative action, bro. Black women do, gay men do now because they made affirmative action DEI. I get no benefit from affirmative action, bro. Fuck that shit. He said we should be deaf on our merit.
They've been running that game on us for a long time. I take it back to because everybody remembers the color purple as a black touchstone. Everybody knows the color purple.
That's where I got my name from.
Mr. was the hero, but they made Mr. the most evil character of that movie. Yes. But technically, pound for pound, Mr. was a bad nigga. He was the strongest black man for 3 counties around. Like he was not. Nobody was on Mr.'s level. But they wrote that.
Well,
movie
his daddy
like,
was. His daddy was a bad motherfucker too.
Well, the dad, you know what I'm saying? Like Danny Glover's character, but yeah, his dad too. Technically, the two of them together because the dad was the older one. I remember that. You dead right. But he carried that shit because the dad got old. He had to hold that shit down. He had his own son. He was holding it down too in his own right. And I'm like, y'all made them niggas like evil, but they was the shit for real.
Nah, hood, nah, dirty. Look, actuality, I know that one-eyed blind bitch Alice Walker wants to make the motherfuckers out to the villain, but it was actually the hero. If it wasn't for Mister to go get that. If it wasn't for Mister going by that crib to tell that old Chester go let me go and marry Celie, she would continue got her ass on rape. Look, he kept her working.
She wasn't getting. Come on, man. She wasn't getting snatched up. Look, it was a show full of hoes, except for Oprah, who had no emotional control and was beating up everybody. That's what it was. A bunch of hoes.
That's true.
Goddamn it.
That's true.
Everybody in there was a hoe. They was bisexual whores. Every single one. Whoopi already had 2 kids by the age of 14. Goddamn it, man. Sugar, she was such a hoe. Her daddy ain't even want her to come to church. Everybody in there was hoes, and they tried to marry the one man that was like, look, just watch this. Just keep the house clean. Watch the kids. He evil. Look, but that's America.
We have to revisionist history on that piece of shit. I mean, piece of art that we call the color purple. Those gentlemen in that movie were saviors. They saved them women. They protected them women. Yeah, they had to chastise them. But look, Sean Connery even said that a good gentleman slap to the face, it will keep these bitches in their place, bro. And
I get it, man. I'm the Al 5 king. But what I'm saying, bro, even with because we kind of divested from my original point. Clarence Thomas has made more policies for heterosexual men, right? He can't say black. He can't say black men because he's an American civil, Supreme Court justice. But for heterosexual men, the problem is you got a bunch of gay dudes with white afros and a bunch of dyke bitches from Africa telling you that this great man ain't great. I bet when he died, they're gonna have tributes. We're gonna get a 3-hour documentary on him, everything. But while he living, they hate him. All that man did was marry a white woman so he could do his job as a man, because he knew he could not be a man with a black woman.
The same way with Jack Johnson, the same way with Sidney Poitier, the same way with Harry Belafonte, the same way with
I don't think we're gonna get tributes of Clarence Thomas. Here's why. He was actually real, and it could be seen. See, the thing about Martin Luther King was Martin Luther King could be fake, but no one could see it, and so they could prop him up as a hero. But Clarence Thomas, he was real, and it's able to be seen. They're not going to give him tributes.
I don't know. Martin was more visual than Clarence. But think about it like this. If Martin can say, I want to judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin, right? and nobody gets mad. It's a great speech, great orator, right? You get OJ Simpson, I'm not black, I'm OJ. See me as a man, see me as an American. They hated him for that, right? You get Clarence Thomas saying the exact same thing Martin Luther King said. I want to kill affirmative action because I wanted people to get here based on merit instead of based on entitlement. It's the exact same thing that Martin said. Oh, boo, his girl white, boo. Martin Luther King girl was white. They made him get rid of that white girl he wanted to marry to get with Coretta Scott, dick sucking ass. He had a pristine white girl playing the fucking
Barack
piano,
Obama
nigga.
was smashing Becky's and Snow Buns before he got with that black nigga.
Bro,
that black
there
nigga.
is no great man that has a black wife, bro. Anytime you see a man doing something for black men, his wife is white or not black. Every single time, bro. There's never been a time that I saw a great man do great things for black men who had a black wife.
What about Johnny?
Johnny was married. He must have been on his fourth wife. Johnny was a hoe. Look, no, Marion Barry, but he smoked crack. But he did good things for DC though. He did good things though. Bro, on a macro level though, when you start looking at everybody who comes back and feeds the block, right? Everybody that feed the block, whether they music producers, do TV, whether they work at fucking Chuck E. Cheese and you just need a job, either they single or they got a non-black woman. That should tell you something about the quote-unquote black community, who they talking about when they say the black community, because you got the fuck up out of there to be with function. Moses had a black wife. They was talking about Moses had a black wife. Yo, that's the bitch that made him leave the fucking castle. This motherfucker's living at the temple, bro. He got bitches feed him grapes. Let that black bitch send him off, man. Now he in the desert dying and shit. Look, that's Moses' fault.
Still ain't made the promised land.
Still ain't see the promised land.
So she the reason why he couldn't make it to the Holy Land.
Yeah.
That's a bad example, Dave.
No milk and honey for you, nigga.
No milk and honey. You left
Hey, Mr. O. Hey, Mr. O, did you see the Dot struggling earlier today with those videos?
Oh man, yes, I did. I did. God bless it.
What happened? What did I miss?
Well, go ahead, American man. You can articulate better than I can.
The Doc reviewed the video of the white dude who was bagging all the black chicks.
Yeah.
And he was doing a little bit struggling to hear and see what it is he had heard and saw.
Yeah, look, Dr. Thunder and God, and shout out to.
Now, that's not a knock on a Doc. I'm not knocking him.
I played those videos. I played those videos. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I know those. It's hurtful to a certain way of thinking, bro. That shit is kind of frustrating if you think a certain type of way.
That's just like how black dudes don't understand the weave ain't for them. Like once you understand what who like the wigs and the weaves, I think black men will stop asking them.
Natural hair too.
No, and ain't even that. They get the natural. They get the Afro. Look, here's what the white boy did. The white boy did some dirty folk shit. That's all he did. All he did was like shorty. He sounded like me. Like I used to highlight girls like shorty. You spit or swallow, and they get mad. I'm like, I'm just playing. All he did was work on her sexuality. Look, shorty, I just want to fuck you raw and goddamn it, man. I don't give a fuck about your life. I hope you're on the pill. Oh, I love that shit. It's black men. That's why I ain't black. It's black men who want to love these funky hoes. Somebody, we got to get together to rebuild a community. Man, you need to have the family back. No, he did it right. He did his inbox version of bitch. Do you spit or swallow? I swallow. Bet.
I think it might have been a little.
Real quick.
Once I seen that escort cry when she left her wig.
Give me a minute, Dave. Give me a minute. I gotta do a little station business. Hold on. Shout out to the Midwest request with the $1 Rumble chat. He says, I told you, Hood, you can't be pro-black and date outside. They will take that black card from you. That's facts. They'd rather you be gay than even touch a white woman. That's the crazy part about it. It's better to be gay than date a white girl. Like I don't get that.
They lean on the Latinas. They very lean. They'll let you date a Latina.
It's 50-50 with the Latinas. If she blocks this, she might get a pass. And hold on. Shout out to Anunnaki, the one with the $10 Rumble chat. He says, I don't go to YouTube that much anymore. I offended its butt cheeks after I made a comment of how purple they got and all the shit they endured by YouTube. Shout out to everybody supporting the show.
A lot of people seem to not understand me.
Science proves that the black woman is God. We're not just saying that.
And the black and Latino woman, they manifested themselves out of dark matter energy. All right.
I believe the black woman is God.
Black woman, God. I don't believe God, no man. I believe God, a black woman.
The black woman is God.
But my number one subject matter is the black woman is God. That's first and foremost.
Black woman is God.
The black woman is still God.
You're God, black woman.
The black woman is God. She is the creator. She is the sustainer. She is the provider. She is the first teacher of the children. She is everything to the black race.
But don't get it wrong. I am still a white man's whore.
You know what?
Yeah.
Every guy who said black woman is God. Wait, I bet every single guy in that clip got a domestic violence case and he ain't been hit. She called the police.
Bro.
I bet.
I can confirm that for a handful of them.
Because God has a wife.
Yeah.
So when they say
Guess
that,
what?
it's like you calling God a tranny.
Guess,
got a wife.
guess what? Every black man in that clip who said the black woman is God
It's like you calling God
worship
a tranny because God got
is
a wife.
worshiping a woman who most likely enjoy being called a nigga by a white man while he was spitting on her back.
I won't argue
Let's
that.
keep it real.
I won't argue
Let's
that.
keep it real.
But matriarchy is
Now,
slavery,
look.
so they really saying they want to be slaves.
I
That's
don't
really
know,
what.
man. A black women race play ain't as good as white women.
Shit. Now listen here. Now before anyone
I
else
don't
speaks,
know.
this is what it is with Doc. And a lot of these dudes see Doc is purple.
What?
What the fuck was that,
What the
Dave?
hell just happened today? This nigga fell
Somebody
into
open
a
that, Dave.
blender.
I said somebody opening the can.
Oh shit, my bad. I thought I put that shit on mute. Yeah, that was me blending up some shit.
All right, well, mute that up, bro.
Go
Mute
back
that
on
up.
mute. Goddamn. Stay on mute for a minute.
All
I
right.
gotta think about what you just did.
Go ahead, Mr. O.
I thought Mr. O got censored or something. Yeah, I would if I was you, bro. I thought you got censored. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Now, like I was saying before, Dave was blending up some kind of mixture, concoction, whatever. Doc and the rest of these guys are just purple pill. They still have hope, but him watching that white boy basically just scripting them chicks in their DMs, even had a chick say she's gonna do something and said to him saying his name, really broke his heart. That's the reason why.
I'm glad I wasn't there to see that because I hate to see my homies go through pain, and I know that was pain on his face.
I do. I love it. That's the only way you're gonna learn. I love
Yeah,
it.
I
I'm
kind of
sorry,
prefer it
but that's
myself. I'm a
look,
fan.
I know from personal experience. I even know from certain literature. Look, one of the greatest guys I ever read about was this guy by the name of Iceberg Slim. And through his life, he had met interesting characters. One of them guys named Glass Top, in which Glass Top, who was the best pimp to know in that book, he said a woman, as she go through 10,000 tricks, in which I call today 10,000 fucks, he knows a bitch ain't mine, ain't right. And she knows that she ain't gonna never have that good man. Ain't no sunshine at the end of that tunnel. And she develops larceny in her heart. That's what y'all see with the Mountain B Dub. She hates your black ass because she can never find the right one.
Damn,
I think 10,000 is way too high a number. Honestly, I think it gets
10,000 fucks
after about 10.
10,000
after
fucks.
about
No.
10 different guys. No, I mean 10 different men. After about 10, and even that might be too high. But I'm just trying to be more reasonable. 10,000 is an unreasonable number.
Here's how that works, bro.
10,000 fuck.
I know what you're saying, Mr. O, and I know what the book said. I think Iceberg Slim said 2,500. I'm familiar with the. Here's what, and I'm gonna bridge the gap. It's the amount of, because they don't remember who they sleep with. Like, I know I don't count. My body count wouldn't be my body count if I counted. I know, like, they telling me about their boyfriend and they just want to, But here's the thing: if a woman has more than 3 partners, she really loses.
It's over.
She loses the ability to pair bond. If she has more than 10 lovers, then she really loses the ability to partner, to mate. Right now, you combine that with the fact that black women, especially heterosexual black women, right, are horrible teammates. You never see straight black women on a team. You see gay girls playing basketball. You never see straight black women on a team. If she ain't from America, she'd be like some Nigerian girl on a volleyball team in college. They don't do teamwork well. Not at the workplace, not in high school. They don't even do double dutch anymore and they little dance troops. They don't even do that no more. So you got somebody who's never been trained to be a partner, trying to be physical partners with multiple people without the ability to be a partner or a pair bond. That's why it's so easy. At that point, now they just selling pussy, right? And they hoping they pussy don't fail me now. I hope I get a
And
nigga
that's
off
it.
this.
And today, modern equivalent, cause we dealing with the modern strategy. She was never prepared. After 10,000 fucks, you do 10. Look, you gonna do 1,000 rounds with at least 10 guys, so that's 10,000 fucks right there.
I
don't
get
know.
that.
It only took me like 12. Matter of fact, it only took me like 4 to figure out, goddamn it, larceny is the fucking root
Well,
cause of this shit.
Here's the problem with the 10,000 fucks. How many times do you fuck your girl? If you with a girl for 3 years, how many fucks is that? So you can't really say that it separated you from your girl. It's 10. It's the amount of different men, different sizes. She ain't got the grip. She can't custom fit. She too many conversations. Too many times she told me, I feel like I need you my whole life. It's too much. And
Look,
and
you have to be a different woman with every new man. So that's too many different multiple personalities.
they a different person on every social media platform. You ever been a social media platform with the same person on like three,
Yeah,
4 different
yeah.
platforms?
We got 5 different accounts and shit.
Bro, and they a different person on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, different people. I'm like,
You
like
right.
on,
You damn sure right. One is their spiritual channel, the other
bro,
one
Aries.
is
On
Yes.
Facebook, you looking for a
Now,
husband on Instagram. Man, bro, I see it. Facebook looking for a husband.
and
Instagram, you
Mr.
busting it open.
Iceberg
Snapchat.
and Mr. Iceberg Slim, the illustrious Iceberg Slim, Mr. Slim was talking about prostitutes. Now you apply that to the modern woman of today, which is nothing but a prostitute and square woman clothing. That's why I hate square women. I curse them whores to death.
I mean, nobody has more kids than a good woman. But here's the thing, bro. Nah, it's true, right? Like strippers really don't have kids, right? CNAs have one. It be the teachers, or it be the good women. Like, oh my gosh, you go to church. They got because they fucking for love, but they don't have the ability to love, so they just keep having a baby because they want something to love. It's nothing worse than a bitch that won't love, that can't love. Anyway, bro, to get back on the parlay, I forgot what you was talking about, man. We started with Clarence Thompson, the dude with the soul glow hair.
There's too many goddamn
No, we were
holidays. They
talking
want this shit to
about
work.
that white dude who was banging
They
all
got
the
a
black
really
chicks,
weird
and he was just like, I do this shit. Like the
Bro,
way he was celebrating that shit was
bro, but
heartbreaking.
that's a low bar though, bro. Like to say that you fucked a girl who fucked anybody, bro. I got a friend, my nigga B.
No. Hold on, Dirty. Hold on,
Not
Dirty.
anybody though. If you're white, maybe it's anybody.
Bro,
But that's kind of the point he was proving, is how easy it was for him.
Nah,
there it goes, Dirty. The point. Hold on, Dirty. I think the point that he was proving is that I could be a huge racist and still bang all these black chicks, right?
Yeah.
And again, if you watch Doc's show, he brought it full circle. He got to it and brought it full circle.
But to keep it even, I ain't gonna lie, it be some white girls that like racist black men.
It is white girls that like it, but not. But
hold on. Let me hurt feelings a little bit more, because the women are into this shit way more than guys like Doc care to acknowledge.
No. Oh.
You have to leave.
Oh, I think you should watch Doc's show from earlier. He brought it all the way around.
I'm gonna make.
I will not give in to this, Father. I will not give in to this, Father. I promise you. Right? I won't give in to this. I promise you, I won't give in to this.
See, they want to be deeply desired by the racist white man. Look, this is a slave master and a black slave on a Caribbean plantation, and apparently he wants her so bad. He can barely resist. And look at her. She's like, well, look, why won't you just take it? I'm here. Get this.
But this is the same. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, that was in the book Pimp too. See, he can't control himself. See, when he sees a caged animal, that's what she was on a damn plantation. A fucking caged insatiable whore. and his balls was about to bust. He can't contend because he's like fucking a damn animal.
I'll go with that, but I always said that these girls weren't getting grape juice in slavery; they was giving it up. But to the point of being with a racist white man, that's just a bad boy thing. Girls love being nation hoes. Look, Mr. O from Chicago, how many girls want to fuck to be DD? Like anything toxic, nigga. Anything
I hate
toxic.
that, man. Y'all used to get all the hoes because they wanted to be GD.
You ain't getting no GD hoes. Now you ain't getting no sisters.
No, y'all used to take them all, man. I'm tired of that
You
shit.
ain't getting no.
All the hoes want to be GD. And
Look how
no
he's stressing out over this
GD
black
hoe.
box, though.
No
Look at
chick
this.
want to be a GD hoe. She just happened to be in a GD block.
No. You guys,
right.
Hold on.
There was so many blocks.
We're gonna pause you, Chicago niggas, for a minute. Y'all taking this in a totally wrong direction.
They did that to me. I ain't doing
I did have a good comment though, Hood. I had a real good comment.
No. Pause it, because I want to focus on how much they want to be desired in that role. Look at this fucking fantasy shit. They want this. Like, you want me, don't you?
Let me whisper you a truth. This is not the way white men usually behaved upon this Caribbean island.
All right, here come our lying-ass commentary.
For many weeks after that, Robert Goodwin did stay away from the Great House until July fears she may not see him again.
You have to leave. You have to leave.
She a rapist. Look, you know what?
Oh shit!
She not? I make it up.
Look, that was in a book too. Now look again.
If she could,
that's wild.
If she could take it, she would. No, I'm kind of with you on that. If she could have took it, she would have.
Yeah,
she was.
I want to make this comment, and the lady told me this, and it fucked my head up. And she said, "Now this was a white woman. She said, if it wasn't for feminism, she wouldn't be able to get with black men."
I don't know if that's true or not, because they was hitting black men in the 1930s. Yep. But here's the thing:
feminism was how black women got with white men openly.
Yeah,
right.
1880.
Right. Feminism didn't stop white women from getting black men. It stopped black men from getting hanged for being with the white women.
That's exactly how she put it.
But white women are always, unless they got pregnant, they was getting away with it. So that's not the.
You know how
issue.
sad a white woman had to be. You know how that bitch had to pretend. She had to cry. She had to fake cry so bad when she saw her favorite nigga hanging one day. Like, damn,
real talk.
That nigga dick was so big. Like,
bro. So many. Look, they were smashing black men so much, bro. This is what I'm saying. Before feminism, they were smashing black men so much that they made marijuana illegal. Like, all the girls had to be high to fuck with these niggas. Yeah. Like, bro, that's the only reason it was illegal. Because white girls was fucking niggas at a rapid rate.
I know that's right, Con.
Now look, y'all see that? Look, they don't mind about slavery because look, they didn't have to work in slavery, bro. They was comfort girls. Like, look, Django, the Ruth, what's the name? They already told y'all. Like Joy Reid, the reason why Joy Reid is so mad right now because she got kicked out of Master House. She can't get piped down by all the dudes behind the scenes. She can't get piped by Rachel Maddow no more with the strap.
Yeah, I think she was just getting Rachel, bro.
I'm pretty sure she was just
dirty.
a fluffer.
You and I, we talked about this a while ago. We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon too. But we spoke about this idea a while ago, dirty folks, where the only true slaves are technically men, because like no matter where you have a woman, you can only have her doing really women's work. Like she's gonna be doing whatever girls would have been doing anyway. But like men, you force these motherfuckers get down in the bottom of the mine. You know what I mean? You drop that nigga in the bottom of the ocean or some shit. You know, like you with men, that's really slavery. With women, it's just like, all right, fold these clothes and take some dick. Like that's like marriage too,
And that's why they say marriage is oppression, right? Think about this: black women complain about being the housekeeper of middle-class white women to the point that they say that if they have to clean their own house and take care of their own kids, it's like slavery. Bitch, it's your kids, it's your crib. I ain't cooking for no man, that's slavery. Bitch, you eat every day. You can't, this is one more plate. Throw an extra piece of chicken. Like, these are horrible people, bro.
You heard a black woman complain about taking care of white people's children? Because every black woman that I've ever seen taking care of white people's children, guess what?
No,
She's skipping and a hopping and a laughing and gonna gun you and everyone down on this panel to protect that white baby.
no,
So I'm not sure what you mean black women complaining.
No, they complained about taking care of their own kids because they had to take care
Oh,
of
okay.
They were working at
Okay.
daycare. There's a clip on YouTube. I got it somewhere. They will go to a daycare and take care of white kids and be there for the white kids' first step. Call the mama like, I saw your kids' first step, and they celebrating together, and then go home and don't do shit with their own kids. Their kids gotta bring their own diaper. Like, look, mom, you ever seen a baby carry the diaper in their hand? Like, look, come on, G, you gotta do something. That's what they do, bro. These are the people who educate. They teach white kids colors because it's their job. They fry the chicken because it's their job. But then they come home and they won't teach their kids colors and they won't give their kids a nutritious meal. These are not good people, bro.
Hey,
They not
shout
good
out to
people.
Anunnaki, the one again with another $10 Rumble chat. He says it's called racist Hollywood propaganda. Do you even know how many blacks enslaved blacks in Africa before even a white man knew of a place called Africa? Bro, you know, one of the craziest things, you don't really get this from a modern perspective, but if you read old books about Africa, like anything written before like the 1960s, and they talk about Africa, it's dark. It's so dark. Oh my God. It's the darkest, bloodiest shit you ever
I ain't
encountered.
from Africa though. I ain't never been from Africa.
Ain't nobody say you was from Africa, nigga. We talking about Africa. Stop getting all
Oh,
sense.
okay.
That's exactly what a nigga from Africa would say, Dave. Now that you
Yep.
mention it.
Me not from Africa.
Yeah, nigga trying to get over here and cosplay like you one of us. We not like us,
He said, "That's what your motherfucker."
Oh shit! They hit it with that's not my crack in the Dorito bag, officer. I don't know how that Dorito bag full of crack got on the ground. All right. You know what? Here's something else. Because number one, only men can be slaves, and matriarchy is slavery. Because it's a girl snitching on the dudes that's trying to get away, right? All the time, right? But in addition to that, I think slavery was sweet for women. Y'all can't maybe believe nothing different. My grandfather, I had two grandfathers, one born in 1919, one born in 1926. And then we talking the days where you get married at 15 years old and you travel across the nation on the back of, the hobo thing. You hop on the back of a freight train and just ride to wherever you're going. We talking that, right? And he was talking about 15 years old. He hopped on a freight train from Mississippi, ended up in St. Louis, and got chased through the town because white people was trying to pull his pants down and see if he had a tail, because people thought that white people thought black people had tails, and they were like on some white people not on bestiality shit, but that's what they think. Like, do they really got tail? Like, white people didn't like the way black people smell. White people thought black people were animals. So unless some of them fuck goats, but unless you went to bestiality, they really wasn't rocking with black people like that. People act like, man, motherfuckers just going out here getting snatched up and all the girls goodies getting. Nobody was fucking with you like that. Y'all had bad hygiene. It ain't like y'all got to use soap and take baths on a regular basis. Y'all had bad hygiene, bad weight schedule. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot bad going on. The only ones that was getting it popping in the streets was the mulatto chicks, because the mulatto chicks look like Irish chicks when they came over here. Because you ever seen a white girl with
the
like
hoes be loving musty, like work.
Who
musty.
be loving? Who love musty?
Musty hoes love that shit.
Who the fuck love? What nigga want you to pull down your pants and flies come out your panties? Name that nigga.
I think when you
No,
come
I'm saying hoes. I said hoes.
I think when you come from a country that doesn't have like American standards, musty, like, you know how I was reading something about
I ain't
India.
saying stanky musty.
No, I was reading something about India, bro.
Sometimes
They made some kind of stink bomb. It's like condensed skunk smell or whatever. Nobody can stand it. Everybody who smells it, they'd be ready to die. But Indians, they can eat their meals. It's like nothing. The shit don't faze them. And apparently, you just become accustomed to certain levels of funk, bro.
Bruh, I get that, but this is America, and when nobody on that shit, bro. Look, everything they tell you about slavery is really about section, right? They castrated the men and they raped all your women. Prove it, because everybody, man. My grandfather's favorite song was like, I don't want no jet black woman, Lord. Fry no meat for me.
I
Cause she's
mean,
so
listen.
goddamn.
On Twitter just today, I came across a picture of a castrated slave, but he was an African and part of the Arab slave trade.
Right. Here's the thing. Examples must be made. I'll kill one to keep 50 in line. Right. But don't keep telling me the stories about the one and not the other 49. Don't tell me dumb shit about, man, your ancestors hopped off the side of the boat. They wouldn't be your ancestors then, motherfucker. You'd be dead. You would never made it. Like, don't give me these beautiful ass soliloquies about for black for Tony and swarthy people in America. And I say this all the time when people get mad. Jim Crow was worse than slavery. Jim Crow had a bigger effect on more people than slavery.
I think this is why I keep most of the panels on Rumble primarily from now on. We're still on YouTube, by the way, and then we're gonna end the show pretty much right here because I think we get too real for YouTube. And I have no issues, anything that's been said, but I feel like YouTube has issues with this kind of realness.
I know, right? And nobody wants to hear that, right? Think about it. Slavery affected 80,000 people in 1860 before the Civil War. The last census, 80,000 slaves. Jim Crow, 13 states, man, and not even southern states. Illinois, Indiana, the home of the Klan. Like, Jim Crow affected way more people for a longer period of time than slavery. But people don't want to talk about that. The second wave of immigration was part of the Jim Crow thing to make sure that the black tradesmen, because that's what slaves were, tradesmen, right? Agriculture and architecture, right? Make sure they couldn't get jobs. Let's bring in the Irish and the Dutch and the Asians. Like, that was way more detrimental to black America, like as in mass, than slavery. But nobody wants to talk about that because slavery was the greatest time in American history for black women. Slavery was great for black women.
Notice who cries about racism, white supremacy. Black women and gay black men.
Yeah.
Right? And why is that? Because they all want to be married to white men.
You notice how much of that happens.
That's the end.
In like the high level, the high visibility ones on TV and in politics or whatever, like the Supreme Court lady or Don Lemon or whatever. That's why so many of them are mixed themselves. You know what I mean? There's just something weird going on there. But you know what? We're gonna end that right there. Like I said, we're too real for YouTube. You know, you gotta follow us on Rumble.
The reason that gays and women are the most ADOS people is because they want another man to check them in. They know you should be taking them to aisle 5. They scared that you really one day gonna check your testosterone and choke them out in the middle of the street, and everybody gonna clap. And that's what they call the man. They call police the man, right? They call the man to stop you. They always need you to be supervised. They don't want you to have autonomy, and then they blame you for not having autonomy. That's why you might as well just beat them, Harpo.
Only a white man is
yes,
the man.
yes.
Be like we gotta go though. We gotta get up out of here, man. Peace. We gotta wrap this one up. I'm done. Shout out to everybody who listened to the show. Shout out to all the supporters. Thank you guys for joining the panel, man. I appreciate y'all once again. Great performance by all the panel guests tonight. But we are closing this one down. Too many real things have been said at the tail end, and I'm nervous now. I feel like the police are coming, so we're gonna close this one up. Been cooking too much dope in here. Smell is getting stuck to the walls now.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.